letting anyone know what the fuck I'm talking about if anyone starts viewing the fucking thing.
This is gonna be great.
Especially because I had a kind of a dummy hangout earlier just to try and get people in. Oh, I got the last 3 people registered for the game, by the way.
Oh,
Well,
did you?
including Helena and Iris. I can't
Great.
get them. Oh, and Rictus is already responding yes. Hi, Rictus, who's probably not watching anyway. The fucking number updates when it wants to. But yeah, apparently, and this is my actual rational guess at this point, I think somebody poured some Ode to Butthurt, or something similar, into the YouTube water table today. And it's just affecting people in mass. Because just what the fuck? And this is what I meant when I said Rant Puppet earlier.
Okay, yeah, okay, I wasn't sure.
Oh, look, there's another person with a tree.
Look at that. It's a fucking tree, and it talks.
Hey, hang on, Muskie. Muskie, you have an image of a tree, right?
That's true.
So you're a druid, right?
I could be described as such, yes.
Really, are you? I didn't know that.
A tree is not a druid
now
make.
I look like a real ass. I was going to say, not everyone with a picture of a tree is a... Oh.
Yeah, no, that's not... You're right the first time. They're all... Everyone with a tree.
Oh, okay. Well, this guy's tree loops around and looks like it's wearing sunglasses. I thought it was some kind of weird, like, smiley face with glasses on.
Oh.
Anyway. Hey, Jade.
Hey, I'm the one who has my own personal grove of trees in the backyard to worship.
Oh, yep, but I'm raging.
Yeah, well, I've got a chicken.
You worship, yeah. Are you chicken worshiper, you?
Yes, somebody poured a big fucking vat of just stupid butthurt in the YouTube water table today.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, big old fucking vat.
Labels? Can we... Names?
I can give you a link.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Read that.
Because I'm not mentioning any names, because fuck names.
Okay, I can see that.
But I'll put a link in the right and just scroll down a little ways and you'll see a conversation with like 26 fucking replies in my direction.
Oh, God.
Oh, really?
I think I did
From
see
a
this.
source that I respected until today, and I'm quickly losing respect.
Oh my goodness.
Oh. Holy fuck.
It'll make your brain drip out of your head.
Oh yeah. And I'm just in fucking Rant Puppet mode. So as long as I shuffle, the fucking thing goes unlisted anyway afterwards. But holy fuck, what the hell? Now, incidentally, basically what happens is somebody mentioned a name in a hangout and said something, and they mentioned a name, and you know I suck with fucking names. So I thought they were talking about a different person than they were talking about. The person they were actually talking about. Well, they later insisted that I've talked to them before. I don't remember ever fucking talking to them, although I know I've seen them in a hangout.
Huh.
So the person that as far as I know, I never talked to that I didn't know was a fucking druid is at the end raking me over the coals being a complete douche when I had no idea who the fuck he was or what the fuck he was. When I thought that they were talking about another individual that after arguing and annoying the crap out of a certain female YouTuber made statements along the lines of he was considering becoming a deist because then maybe she'd like him more and started joking along the lines of maybe then she'd go out with him or something like this.
Oh, fuck.
It's a bit
Which
tasteless.
I perhaps took more seriously than I should have. But both of these names happen to have 2 K's in them for first, or K sounds for first and last. So heaven forbid I get them confused, especially since the first name's so close.
Mm.
But of course, no, I obviously couldn't have done that because I must have known this person that I don't remember ever talking to is a druid. That I never knew the name of. And
Fuck.
I'm annoyed. Because this has been going all fucking day. It's like, well, you know, just acknowledge that you're mudslinging. I don't know you. How can I throw mud at you?
Oh, that was like bad as fucking IG defending this shit that Bible Thumping Wing that used somebody, I forget who it was, I don't think it was Mere Christian Logos, but put up this logic proves God, and I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, no. And I said, how can something that was created by men prove God?
Well, here's kind of the thing. Two of the people involved in this are people that I've been holding in positions of fairly high regard and a pretty good amount of respect.
Yeah.
And I get what they're trying to get at. And if I really did mean the slight that they thought that I meant, that'd be a different matter. I fucked up. I thought they were
are
talking about
these
somebody
fucking
else.
people, so are they offended?
Well, I can tell you that I actually saw that part of this hangout, and I'm reading this right now, and I'm kind of puzzled. Did I hear something else? I know exactly what's being
No,
talked
okay.
about.
I basically and this was based upon the other guy's stuff because I'm not mentioning names.
Yeah.
The guy that's there's one guy that's a hardened atheist. The guy that was making the comments about the female YouTuber
Yeah.
that I thought were very just I had an issue there. And he was sitting there saying, and mentioning that maybe I'll become a deist and for blah 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 and all that crap. Well, I thought they were talking about him. So I said,
Right.
he was just saying that shit because you thought that Shanna was hot and da-da-da, something offhand like that. Because I was ragging on the guy. I've been avoiding that guy since because I thought that comment was absolute shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that so as far as I knew, he went from claiming to be a deist to claiming to be a druid or something or whatever the fuck. So I responded based upon that assumption, which was bullshit. I shouldn't have done that. And that's fine and dandy. People fuck up. People make mistakes. Oh, well, I
Right.
certainly do that. And I was more than willing to say, listen, I thought they were talking about somebody else. Whoops. And I do obviously owe somebody an apology for that. But no. The guy that...
That's the misidentification, basically.
Yeah, but the guy that is a druid, I'm a druid, and you know this, and da-da-da-da, we've been in Hangouts,
Oh,
and I
fuck.
don't fucking remember you.
How many people have you met on YouTube since you fucking got here?
Well, the thing is,
remember them all?
Well, here's the thing: is whenever I meet somebody that's of some kind of faith-based background that I'm completely I should say mostly unfamiliar with. A friend of mine identified as a druid years ago, but somebody that I is from a background that I'm not really that familiar with, I put them in a list of special people. And whenever Chris comes to me, Chris Monte that is, comes to me and says, I need more people for interviews, I go through that special list and I say, here's the group of people I've ran into recently that might be interested. Go and vet them. Have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not only is he not in that list, but he's not even in my circles, which means even if I did talk to him, he didn't make enough of an impression, or I don't know enough about him to circle him.
Yeah.
I think you were in a hangout with him, I remember, but he wasn't in there very much.
No, I know I've physically been in a hangout with him at least once, because I remember
Yes.
the little icon down there. I don't honestly remember him saying anything.
Well, I don't think he talked much about being a druid. I've seen hangouts where he doesn't.
I didn't know he was
I've
one.
never been in a hangout with him.
Yeah, and I think that's what's happening here. I don't think, because I'd seen him in a couple hangouts and I didn't know he was a druid.
Well, more
And then
so.
there was an-
More
and
so. I
there was
didn't know what his name was.
Yeah. Well, we all have so many names. I get to the point
that's
now,
the
and I try
problem,
to
right?
explain.
Yeah.
I try to tell people who I am. I list all the names.
But
Yeah.
God, this has me annoyed. It's like, this is the stupidest fucking argument ever. I said, dude, I confused you with somebody else. I thought they were talking about so-and-so. It should be over there. Holy crap, breaking me over the coals over bullshit. You know what? Fuck you.
Yeah, oops.
Who the fuck poured the butthurt in the water supply? That's what I want to know. I think they make a cream for that these days.
There seems to be a lot of that in
yeah,
the water
for God's
supply
sake.
today.
Sorry. We're
There-
avoiding. Sorry, I'm reading something, and I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of that in the YouTube water supply this fucking last 2 days anyways.
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
That's what I wanted to know. Is it just me? That's the purpose of this insomnia.
Hold on, look at Wiley and fucking,
Yeah.
like, what the fuck's that all about after all this time?
That's I mean, I know he's off his rocker. I mean, he always has been. But,
Well, kinda, yeah.
This is, but it's always, and he goes out there and he comes back. It's kind of like a yo-yo. Goes out there and he comes back. And I've avoided him because I got tired of the yo-yo. But, he just goes off the rails every once in a while. But this time it was so fucking weird.
Yeah.
What the, to go after, of all people to go after.
That's what I thought. I thought, like, why?
And it makes no sense. I really still don't quite have the lines
Why
drawn
him,
together.
of all people?
I don't
And I love
know.
this. They have so many sock accounts. I could count on my two hands how many sock accounts he's got. I've got more sock accounts than he's got, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, you can count on one hand, I think, how many sock accounts he's got.
Well, that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah, one, yeah.
well, pretty much, anyways. If you
Yeah.
include defunct channels, maybe you might be up into the 2-hand range. But
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
you know, that's what I mean. Like, still, you know,
Yeah, I just
there's some people on here that had, you know, a couple hundred sock accounts, and you know, and then it's just fucking stupid. It's just dumb.
Yeah,
and then from a fucking empty parking lot beside O'Hare International,
I think Betty.
like,
I think Barry-
that is tasteless, man. That's where some Bible thumping wing in the loading dock. You know, like, fuck. Oh well.
I think Barry figured out who it was. I sent him an invite so he could come in because I'm not linking it external. Because I'm just ranting. I don't want more fucking drama. I just need a good fucking rant.
just go ahead. Yeah, but you know, I think there's something in the water or in the air or in the YouTube.
Well, IG and I seem to have got quite the little fluster going on Bible thumping wingnuts thing there, going back and we've only commented on it twice, so for each of us, and there's these other guys that just fucking bold something or other, and another guy, they're just go Kenneth Saul, whatever his name is. Holy fuck! It's like atheist, theist. Wow. This is getting old. Where's the funnies?
I swear to God, I'm fucking done. You know, if both sides are going to be such whiny little bitches, why am I wasting my time?
Well, and I'm looking at this again, and I don't.
I'll tell you why. Because of Burns' Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
That was great.
Look at you, Lenny. Don't you look? So there's the sexy part of Lenny from that very video. Look at that.
Oh, by the way, I should comment something. Now, granted, yesterday's insanely long game is not. But I do have to mention, Owen, that as of next game, you'll be using that avatar. Switch it out for you.
Oh, great, cool. Could I have a bite of the ranting cherry real quick?
Go for it.
Take it away. Take it away.
Something happened today that made Lenny a little bit upset.
Uh-oh.
So I was at work doing my thing. I've had a hectic day at work. I'm physically tired, like not even mentally tired. Like when normally I want to get home and my body is just beat because I had so much work to do and I was moving heavy shit all day. But there was a problem at the lobby area of where I work, where someone at the desk, specifically a gay Asian person, was dissatisfied with the quality of air that this person was getting at the desk.
Mm-hmm.
So they called me to come check it out. All right. Now, the thermostat for the lobby area is set permanently to 70.
I'm like, the quality of the air. Duh. Sorry. Go ahead.
So the thermostat at the desk is set permanently to 73 degrees. This person was upset because the thermostat was reading as 76 degrees, and they insisted that something was wrong. So I went and checked both the indoor and outdoor units, the evaporator and the condenser, and everything was running at just about 100%. The machine was doing everything it could to cool the space, and it was holding at 76 degrees. Now, I knew that the machine was working properly just by looking at the thermostat because the temperature wasn't climbing, right? It was holding at 76, which means the machine's running and it's trying to get to 73, but it can't, so it's just holding at 76. It's not going up and up and up and up and up as it would if it wasn't working. But you know what? To make this person happy, I went and I checked the unit anyway, put my pressure gauges on, broke out the old multimeter, made sure everything's getting power, good pressure readings off the gauges. Machine's running 100%. It just can't keep up with the heat load that's coming into the lobby. So I went and I explained that to this person. And then they did the one fucking thing you never do to a technician. They waited until I left, and then they called someone else to check my work after me.
Oh, no.
That is just not done. You just don't do that. And I found out because my buddy, my colleague, hits me up. He's like, hey, did you take a look at the lobby? I'm like, yeah, I took a look at the lobby. He says, yeah, nothing's wrong over there, right? And I says, yeah, no, everything's good. How do you know about it? He said, oh, so-and-so called me to come check it out. And I'm like, I was there 10 minutes ago. You have to be kidding. And they're like, no, dude, I checked. Oh, man, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I said, okay. So I go down to the desk, mad as hell. But I'm at work, so I try to put a big boy face on.
Right.
And I get my tools out. And I go up to the person behind the desk who had the problem, and I take them and say, "Hey, can you come with me just for 1 second? Come on with me just for 1 second. I got something I want you to look at." So I take the person into a dark, damp, nasty machine room where the air handler is for the lobby space, and I handed this person my gauge set and my multimeter, and I said, "You tell me what's wrong with it." "Oh, you don't know? You don't know what you're talking about." "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. So I guess you should just trust me that I know what I'm talking about, seeing as how you asked me to fix it, right? Instead of wasting my time out wasting someone else's time coming after me. Are you kidding?" I said, "Oh, but it normally doesn't have this problem." I said, "It's normally not a million fucking degrees outside and the door's open half the day." How I was so pissed off. I mean, it doesn't sound like a big deal to anyone else, but it's an insult to me and my trade and the time I spent learning how to do this for somebody to call someone else to check my work because they didn't like the answer I gave them. Ooh, I was mad. It's just not done. If the technician says everything's fine, then everything's fucking fine.
I can't believe they're whining about 76 degrees.
Well, it's 3 fucking degrees difference.
Well,
What?
no. To be fair, I mean, if I can, if you know, you would feel 3 degrees is actually quite a bit. I mean, if I ran one tap, one faucet on one side and another faucet on the other side, and I put one of your hands under each one, and one was 3 degrees hotter or colder than the other, you'd notice the difference right away. Like you'd feel it straight away. 3 degrees is a lot. But the machine was doing everything it could do, and I explained to this person, like, listen, I can't make it work any harder. It's doing everything it can. I was so pissed off, and I told my boss about it, and he's like, yeah, no, the dilithium crystals, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, really?
Oh boy, and I know it's like a niche thing and not everyone cares about it, but I had to get that off my chest. That is a serious bugbear of mine, and anyone else who has ever fixed anything ever to sit there and say, "Oh, okay, you can't do anything," and then as soon as I leave the fucking room to call someone else because they didn't like what I told them, fuck you. You go fix it if you don't think I can do it.
What I like is, I'm sorry I'm sorry, the software can't do that. You'd have to basically, you need to use another application. You just can't do that with this software. Then they call somebody up, they're like, "No, you have to do that in PowerPoint." And then they complain some more and they call somebody else. The next thing you know, they're calling the department head, insisting that somebody make it work. I've had that in tech.
I've been through that too. And you just get so frustrated.
So,
or they give you wrong directions. You work really hard to set up the macros so that their spreadsheet will just, you just push a button and it does everything needed to do. That's all you have to do. I've got all these macros written in there. You just push a button and voila! Your spreadsheet's all set up. It calculates everything. It puts everything in the proper place, sorts it, does a VLOOKUP. It's all the things you need it to do. And then when it's done, they go, "Well, but that's not the information I wanted." Well, what did you want? That's what you told me you wanted.
Yeah, that's what you asked for. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Got what you asked for, nitwit.
My favorite is when my wife calls the tech support up, and she knows more than the tech support. And she says, yeah, well, my system's doing this and this and this, and that's just, well, it can't be doing that. Well, it is. Well, it can't be. It's not designed to do that. She says, well, it does do that. It will actually do that because it, that's what it does for me. It's doing it. It has done it for the last, 12 years. And, well, that just can't be, So she has to explain to the techie how it works. And she goes, I better not be getting charged $90 or $100 an hour for this call for a service that I'm having to train the person on the other end of the line who doesn't even know the system. So she's like, get me so-and-so. Get me your boss,
Yeah.
And then, oh, well, I can handle it. No, she goes, no, get me your boss now, And then you got to go up the chain, and then eventually you get to Mr. actually does know what the hell he's talking about, or usually Miss knows what she's talking about. and then it's like, oh, hang on one sec. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Oh, yeah, you got to do this. You got a error code here, blah, blah, blah. Okay, put this in. There, that should fix it. Boom, bing, bang, you're done. Like that, you know? Somebody who knows. Compared to, you know, the tech guy who's down on answering the lines, more or less. He's just answering the phones. Yeah.
It's an integrity thing, like, you know what I mean? There's nothing more annoying to me than having someone over my shoulder, asking me what the fuck I'm doing. You know what I mean? That makes me crazy. Don't worry about it. What I'm doing is fixing it. Go the fuck away. Let me work. You know what I mean? That's what I'm doing. I'm fixing the fucking thing.
Oh,
don't ask me what I'm doing.
When they ask you to justify, well, how come it took so long to do it?
Ugh.
I love those.
Oh, yeah.
Being a contractor and stuff.
Took exactly the amount of time it took.
Yeah.
Why does it take so long? I don't know. Your fucking house was on an island, and we had the boat there back and forth each day, and all the material too.
I cannot stand when people talk to me like, "Hey Owen, you know, you've had that work order for 25 minutes. You know, just wondering what's going on." Don't talk to me like I'm not doing anything. You understand? You don't know what I'm fucking doing. Don't talk to me like I'm not working.
Yeah.
And I tell and people call me up all the time. Even my boss calls me up. He's like, "Hey Owen, when's it gonna be done?" I say, "When it's finished." That's when it'll be done. When I'm finished. Not a moment sooner. As soon as I'm finished, that's when it'll be fucking done.
Yeah, don't ask me for ETAs.
It's okay if you want to know. It's okay, say, "Hey, listen, I'll probably be done in under an hour." That's fine. But don't call me up. You know what I mean?
Ready, go.
You know, it's interesting that I found that having a good rant helps, but then hearing that somebody else had a crappy day helps even more.
Oh shit, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna hear shit about this tomorrow because I kind of chewed this person's ass for a couple minutes. Because he started coming at me with this nonsense like, "Oh, well, you know, you're still kind of new here. I didn't know if you knew where everything was." I'm like, "I know where everything is. You know where everything is. You know why? Because it's my goddamn business to know where everything is." Okay? I tell you what, I said, listen, why don't you worry about checking people into their room at night for your $8 an hour, and the big boys will take care of the big boy fucking work, okay? Don't worry about what I'm doing.
Yeah.
If I tell you it's good, it's good. Get over it.
I wonder if this guy's a YouTube channel.
Fucking idiot.
Oh, no videos. Not put in either. Oh well.
God damn it. Sorry, I don't mean to be a fucking pain in the ass here.
No, that's okay.
That's fine, man. Fuck.
This is a rant. Yeah, go for it.
And none of this would be an issue normally if I wasn't so fucking beat up, just like physically fucked up from the day I had. Just everything needed to be moved, so I
run into the same shit doing rentals. People say, "Well, how much is it going to cost?" I say, "Well, you know, it's X amount to do this much." But that depends on what I find when I start tearing apart your house. Because if I come into fucking problems along the way that have to be addressed, they have to be addressed. And you would be surprised some of the shit that I have found over the years. I found a place one time that how it stood, I'll never know to this day. Because, no shit, it had 4 2x4s holding up, a 24-foot long wall. That was it. 4 2x4s screwed to windows that someone then put a roof on top of and called it a carport, and then they decided to put a floor inside and all this other jazz. And I went, we gotta fix this. We gotta check into what we're tying into because I'm supposed to put an addition on the back of that. And when I cut into it, I go, holy fuck. And then I said, well, let's take a look at the floor. And then I look at the floor, and underneath the floor is a concrete pad that's all broken and collapsed, and that's why the floor is all sagged. And you're going, oh, how much worse can it get?
Dude, I got the same I work at a resort. You understand?
Yep.
An Orlando resort. Pretty average stuff. There's 2 refrigeration technicians on property. I'm one of them. One works during the day, I work at night. And I go into these fucking rooms. I don't know what the fucking contractor was thinking. We got it's a small resort. We got 360 units.
Yeah.
That's it. All right. And I go in there, and all the units are more or less uniform. It just depends on how many bedrooms there are. But the main area of the villa is all uniform. They're all the same.
Yep.
All right? So the light switches and all the wiring should be in the same place.
You'd think. You would think.
I've got units where one light switch doesn't do the same thing in one room as it does in another room.
Oh, nice.
I'm flipping a switch. I'm like, I honestly don't know what the fuck is going to happen when I flip this thing.
Yeah, this was wired by the eclectic electrician.
Like, I don't know what's going to happen when I hit this fucking switch.
Oh yeah, I've found places like that. You're just like, well, I worked on a house where I couldn't understand why every time I turned on my skill saw or my table saw, every single thing, it blew the fuse. Every time. It didn't matter what plug I plugged it into, it blew the same fuse. And I'm thinking, it can't be. Like, all of the living room, all of the outside walls cannot be on the same fuse. Surprise! They were. Fucking guy had 24 plugs on one 15-amp breaker fuse. It must have... I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Like, 3 of them at use, you could pop it, and as soon as I turned my table saw on, whoop, click off, but down to the basement, turn it back on, back up, and I'm glad that they actually put it was a breaker panel and not the old tungsten fuses like we used to have, because then you had to find replacements for them bastards.
Oh yeah, dude, I swear to God, the last straw for me, because we did a massive rewiring job on a lot of this shit.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I closed. I went to a breaker panel because I wanted to cut power to the receptacles that were controlling the washer dryer.
Yep.
I swear to God, I hit that shit and the microwave turned off. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Wow.
Are you fucking kidding me? How is the microwave? And it wasn't like the microwave was on the same breaker. The fucking thing was mislabeled. The breaker panel's mislabeled all to fucking. I didn't know what did what.
Yeah.
I'm like, how are things this bad? We're charging people. We're trying to get people to buy into this property for $40,000. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
This is what they're buying.
Right next door to me, I have a condominium complex very similar to your resort. They moved in about 8 years ago or so, 9 years ago, built the place next door to me. And yeah, and I still see every month at least, and usually sometimes once a week or more, different tradesmen going in there fixing different things from, all the host of people that have been there over the years. Oh, I feel sorry for some of the mechanical guys.
Now, this is all aside from the fact, I mean, everyone knows this, that engineers don't build anything or make anything or design anything with the...
An engineer has never seen a real job site. They've only ever sat behind a fucking desk half the time.
They don't consider for one fucking second what the poor tech who's going in to fix the shit when it breaks has to go through to figure out what the fuck they were thinking when they designed the fucking thing, when they wired the fucking thing.
Oh,
if I can, hang on
trigger button. Trigger word. You did it.
If I can step in for one moment, we have a comment directed at Lenny from Beneberry a little while ago.
Hey, Benny.
I thought Lenny was going to beat the crap out of that person. Damn reality.
Yeah, no, I really enjoy my job. I went to the bathroom and had a massive anger wank. I was in there for like 25 minutes. But yeah, no, I was just, there was a good hour portion of my day today where you just could not come near me. If you come near old Lenny right now, you're in the fucking danger zone and you're going to get fucking hurt.
Yeah.
I'm telling you what's happening.
I've seen days like that with the old boy, too. You just get right off the fucking head. You're like, good day to just leave him the fuck alone. You don't even want to joke with him, eh?
You know what I'm saying? Like, just now, today is not the day.
Yeah. Let him cool off for a while. That's not to be poking the bear right now. He's a little agitated.
I like my new chair. The puppy can't lean on my shoulder and try and climb.
Oh, look at that cute puppy.
Oh, poor puppy.
Yeah, that's a cute little doggy.
Anyway, that's my tradesman rant for the day.
Yeah, it's funny. It reminds me of so many different calls I've had to deal with. It actually reminds me of one in particular. Mind you, I did the tech thing for like 15 fucking years. And there was one occasion that an ex of mine that had not been on speaking terms with me for ages all of a sudden got in contact with me because her and her boyfriend were trying to network their computers. And like, can you help us? Like, what? Where are you taking me out to eat? Razzoos. Done deal. So I went by there to get it set up, and I'm sitting there working on it. They're just trying to network them for some game. And it wasn't communicated too well, so I'm sitting there and I'm fussing around. The computer's going, man, this just isn't going the way I wanted to. There's something I'm forgetting here. There's a way to do what I need to do here, and I can't think what the hell it is. And I'm like, just give me a couple minutes to go through this. And I'm sitting there trying to remember it because it's something I hadn't done in fucking years.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I'll call tech support. I'm like, calling tech support isn't going to help. They won't know how to fix it. Oh, I'll call support. I'm like, dude, calling support's not going to help. I'm going to do it at... So he insists on calling support, and he's trying to explain the problem, and I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, give me the phone. He's like, I'll put it on speaker. So I told the tech what I was trying to do. I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to set these up for, you know, yada, yada, yada. And he goes, oh, that can't be done. And I said, actually, it can. He's like, no, you can't actually do that. Those operating systems, you can't interlink them. And I'm like, yeah, you can. Hang on. And I'm going back and forth, and I'm like, okay, but it's just not connecting the way I needed to. It's yada, yada, yada. And then they said, well, I mean, we don't need it for sharing files. All we needed to do is so we can network and play the game. I'm like, oh, well, shit, it's been able to do that for the last half hour. And the guy on the phone goes, what? No, it can't do that. The computers won't connect that way. And I said, yes, they will, dumbass. Hang up on this idiot. Well, please tell me how you did it.
Well, I don't know, man. Yeah, no. Believe me, I understand. I mean, there's the difference between a handyman and a technician of any kind, right, is that the handyman will quit when he doesn't know what to do. As far as I'm concerned, I'm a HVAC technician. They're not paying me for my knowledge. They're paying me for my ability to figure it out.
Yep.
Right? They're not. The stuff I've learned over the last couple of years, great. But what they're paying me to actually do is sit down and know what to do to find out what's wrong, right?
Yeah.
To diagnose. That's what they're paying for. So when you get some fucking parts changer son of a bitch who doesn't know how the fuck to figure this shit out, who's just there to fucking, you know, say, oh, this didn't work, try this. This didn't work, try this. I'm the fuck out of ideas. Well, how about you sit down, sunshine, and use your big boy brain to figure out what the fuck is happening, because that's the only way this is going to get done.
Or if you have a team, confer with them.
Right. Ask someone else.
Yeah, get some fucking extra input. Doesn't hurt.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
I had this one asshole come by. This is when I was having problems with my heater in here. And this guy comes in, and he putters around with it for a few minutes, and he's like, well, what we need to do is get a replacement, whatever the fuck it is. I'm like, okay, great. He leaves. Never fucking comes back.
What the fuck?
Like, what the fuck? I called, they're like, I called him, I'm like, where the hell is the guy? They're like, he hasn't reported in. We have no idea where he is. The guy couldn't figure it out and went home. He quit.
Wow. Attaboy. Attaboy.
Yeah.
Way to be a hero.
We get another guy out here, and he's like, okay, and he sits there and does all this shit and gets it working. He's like, there we go, it's working just fine. 5 minutes after he's out the door, quit. Like, what the fuck? Then they send out the guy that'd been doing it for a while, and this guy comes out and he takes a look at it, flips it on, does sits there, waits, quick little spark. He goes, oh, we need to replace your wire. It's not wired right. Hang on. Goes to the back unities and gives it a little tug, and he's like, yep, this little piece that attaches to the condenser wasn't attached properly. And this is wired backwards. We'll just rerun the wiring. Like, okay, fine, perfect, no problem since. But you know, it's the first guy. Oh, good. Here, I feel cold air. Poof. It was lukewarm. I'm like, that's not cold. Where the fuck's he going?
Come back.
Oh, this company just had problems. They had a high turnover rate, apparently. They're like, I'm sorry, we're going to send you somebody that's not a new guy this time. I'm like, please.
And it's okay to say, I mean, dude, I mean, you think that, like, you know, it's not that, you know, how much is there really to know about your air conditioner? But there are a lot of times where I'm left scratching my fucking head going, I have no idea what's going on here. And you know what I do at those times? I call my boss. Because he's been doing it longer than me. I'm like, hey, Will, what the fuck? And he says, hey, try this, this, and this. Did that work? Yep. Okay, you got it, buddy. Have a good night.
Yeah.
Yep.
You just got to remember that you're there to serve a fucking customer.
Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of value in saying, I don't know. Like, for example, when somebody's sitting there and they mention a name and you think that you have the right name and somebody else comes to attack you for, you know, not knowing the fucking person they were talking about and thinking you did.
13, you're not talking about someone specific, are you?
Oh, of course not. I would never do that. Hey, Prudent, behave. I'm in a pissy mood.
What are you in a pissy mood about?
Did you miss the beginning?
Yeah, I did.
Go, leave, go, watch it, come back, or don't. Who gives a fuck?
Okay, never mind then. I'm just gonna ignore it then.
Sounds like a plan.
If I may ask, who was it that pissed you off?
So, Muskie, I have a question for you.
Oh, what's that?
Have you ever mentioned to me that you're a druid?
No.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering. It's funny because I was sitting there going, I was expecting you to say no because it never came up, and I thought it might have. And I was expecting you to say no, and then I was going to say, see, not everyone that uses a fucking tree as their logo is a druid. I was like, hey, Muskie, wait a minute.
I threw a wrench in the
Are you a druid?
gears.
Yes. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Fuck, not you too. Fuck.
I didn't. No, I'm like, okay, well, so much for that. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Lenny, love the new avatar or the new icon.
Well, thank you. I got the once over. I got the treatment.
Yeah.
Nice. I saw that. Yeah, I know. I saw the last STA video. It was impressive. I'll give it that.
Were you actually in it? I didn't see your ugly mug.
I didn't. I was just saying, like, I was impressed.
No. I'm asking Lenny. Were you actually in it at any point?
I was in it very briefly. I
Yeah.
flew past the screen very briefly.
I figured you had to be in there really briefly. I just didn't manage to get your ugly mug in it.
He rainbowed across the screen. It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I will have to take another look for a rainbow-powered Len.
Rainbow Lenny.
Has anybody seen Fiona's avatar?
Oh, it's kind of
that's
great.
great. Yeah.
That one's, yeah, hers by far is the best. So hold on. I saw that Captain Osimo also had one. They should have given Bob or Robert Wallace one. Then you guys all on the Awesome Crew show, you have like your own icons now, like, and you can. That's the same thing like the Bible thumping wingnut guys are doing, like they're playing around with the with their STA logos.
Hey, Prudent,
Yeah.
why aren't you ranting?
Why aren't I ranting?
Yes.
This is a rant hangout. You have to rant.
You know what? Yeah.
Rules.
To be fair, I think I might because in the last couple of days I may have sort of pissed off a pretty prominent YouTuber here in this community at least, and he's kind of pissed off at me.
Wait, did you say the last couple of days?
Yeah, over the last couple.
Butthurt in the water.
I've been kind of in a comment battle with somebody, and I'm taking a break from him. I think I'm gonna get back to it tomorrow morning because I'm kind of burnt out right now. You guys know who Essence of Thought is, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, and he's naming names. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think I may have. Yeah, basically, I think I pissed him off. In his last video, he was responding like to a video that our good friend Epicurus made, and what happened was he accused Epi of quote mining him at a point. So I looked back at like the video that in which the accusation came, and I was like, dude, he didn't really quote mine you. And apparently, he was very quick to respond back to that. I responded back. I tried to make my point, and it's like I have to keep repeating my point over and over again. It's like he doesn't even understand like where. Well, he probably does understand where I'm coming from, but he just doesn't accept my arguments. So I'm like, dude, like you just keep ignoring everything I have to say, and it's going back and forth. Then he called me a liar, and I said, oh fuck, and I didn't say anything. Well, yeah, I kind of pissed off a little bit more by saying, well, there's your Essence of Thought logic right there. If you don't agree with him, then you're automatically a liar, and so forth. I mean, I even oh, okay. Well,
You mentioned his name. He's here now.
yeah, I was just telling them about. I'm not sure if you've seen it, Epi. I've been kind of in a comment battle with Essence of Thought right now. Apparently,
I know.
he even.
Right.
What? Sorry.
We're being rented
Oh, yeah.
today. How are you, Epi?
Not bad. I'm in the middle of making one of the. Right now, I'm in the middle of preparing for an exam, researching for my debate with G-Man, and working on my response video to Essence of Thought. So I've got and also keeping a girl on the side. So I have 4 things to do this week, which are pretty tough.
And
Hold
one
on,
of them
you-
a
Which
pussy.
side, right or left?
I'm sorry.
Which side, right or left?
Basically, she's a girl I know from university. Although we've only met twice on campus. she reached out to me over Facebook, and we've been Skyping for quite a bit. So it's pretty nice.
I just asked right or left side, man. That's way too complicated.
Yeah, hold
Right
on.
side.
You have you're still going to classes right now?
I have 3 summer courses. Yeah, I'm done 2. I need 1. I have 1 to finish up.
Yeah, I'm taking the summer course as well. Actually, while I'm talking to you guys, I'm simultaneously studying for my physics quiz tomorrow.
Oh,
Hang on a
Just
second, Happy. Hang on, real quick. Hey, bro, you been Skyping this girl?
Yes.
You been Yeah, I bet she loves it.
So apparently Essence of Thought, act like this little argument I'm having back and forth with him, he actually posted on a Facebook group. I was talking to Jimmy Russell's apparently like in another hangout earlier today. He was like, "Oh, I'm not sure if you know this, but apparently he put it like on a Facebook group," and I'm like, "Oh, that fucking asshole." You know, he would do something like that.
Yeah. Look, right now I'm just planning to write a video to him and do my best to respond to him in a nice, calm manner. No insults, no misdirection. Just answer his points and then be off.
Well, the funny thing was, I really wasn't like defending like your entire like video response. I was just trying to. I was basically pointing out to him that this quote mining allegation that he's pointed out against you is pretty much bullshit. Because it didn't. Wait, what?
Oh, I was just saying there's a lot in his videos I really would like to protest. He made a good point about me misattributing his argument to Richard Dawkins and Christopher Hitchens. But
yeah, that was.
I don't try. I'm like, you guys know me. I don't try to misrepresent atheists. In fact, I've defended you guys to other stupid Christians.
Yeah, I know. That's why I invite you more often than the rest.
I've actually told Richard Raspberry, yes, you could be an atheist and have a moral basis. It's not contradictory.
Yeah, you get invited in the room because you're less douchey than some of the others. Oh, incidentally, we have another comment in. I'm a druid too, heathens, says Barry. That's impossible. You don't have a tree as an icon. We all know the druids must have trees as an icon.
This is true.
This has been established by Musk.
Fuck you, Ben.
Hold on. You know, I'm really wait. Muskie's a tree. I thought there's a part of me that thinks it could be a mushroom because
You didn't recognize
it looks like a mushroom because it looks like mycelium roots. Okay, they stretch out way. The roots in a mushroom go way far out. Okay.
It's a tree of life.
Oh,
The tree of
by the
life,
way,
man.
By the way, I think instead of just putting my video directly on YouTube, I'm just going to ask Ozzy or maybe U13, somebody to overlook it, compare it to the originals, and see if I'm deceiving anybody.
I think you're deceiving people.
Ask Ozzy.
Yeah. Well, the point I'm
I'll ask
arguing was.
Ozzy.
Ozzy's
What
more hardcore with that than I am.
Yeah. The point I was responding to was, I think there was a part in your video like where you said, well, Essence of Thought doesn't know what a theophany is, and apparently he's upset because you didn't include the original bit where State of Daniel talks about where he says that okay, the flying spaghetti monster would be a physical being while God would be omnipresent. And I'm trying to explain to Essence of Thought, it doesn't matter if he included the State of Daniel bit. His point, he still has a counterpoint to make, irregardless. Or
Wait, he's saying. Wait, he basically said because he already said that God was omnipresent that it already counts to one of his objections.
no, okay. Here, let me explain. What happened?
Hang on. Theophany, a visible manifestation of a deity?
Okay, here's what happened.
Gosh, is that what we're talking about?
Basically, Essence of Thought said, "Oh, God's immaterial, is he?" Well, according to this passage in Genesis, it says otherwise. I'm like, dude, we call that a theophany. God is immaterial, but he can manifest himself in physical ways. I'm not saying that physical thing is God. It's just a physical manifestation of God through something.
In the definition of it, we're talking about a visible manifestation. It's not talking about like the thing actually being there, just a manifestation thereof. Okay, it's a new word to me. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it's kind of like how you're calling me right now. I'm not actually seeing you. I'm just seeing an image of you with your voice through plenty of wires in cyberspace.
Rock on. Okay, cool. New word. Yay! I like words.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What
Sorry.
was included? It's a new word. I needed to make sure that I understood
All
what
right.
it.
Well, what ended
All
up
right.
happening, the response was this. It also has to do with YouTuber Stated Daniel, who's kind of an idiot, if I have to add that, because he...
You know what? I should not have responded to a video defending State of Daniel. That was my bad. I think that's one of the mistakes he should have brought up. But in any case.
Well, here's what happened. Stated Daniel made a video where a couple weeks ago where he was arguing that, well, the flying spaghetti monster argument is invalid because, hey, the flying spaghetti monster is a material being who's in one place at one time, while gotta be omnipresent. Granted, that's a little bit of special pleading, and that's what Essence of Thought kind of, in his response, called him out on, and I actually agreed with him on that. So, but now, and his response was, well,
Wait.
God's let me finish. So Essence of Thought's response to that was, well, here's Genesis 3:8, where it shows that God's in a material form. So, ergo, God is material in that regard. So Epi's counter-response to Essence of Thought was, well, obviously you haven't looked up what a theophany is because, he's basically arguing that, okay, it's the same thing that we were just discussing. You can have basically a material/immaterial duality. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's sort of what Epi's arguing for. And
he just defined what he was basically stating, so.
Yeah, and basically Essence of Thought was really pissed off because Epi didn't include the original State of Daniel comment, because apparently he thought that not including that meant that he was taking his words out of context. So I went back, I looked through the original, just wanted to take, because I was watching the video and I thought, I don't know, I didn't think at first that Epi would be a deliberate quote miner, and I was right. I looked back at this and I'm like, okay, dude, I responded to Essence of Thought in his video, and I said he hasn't taken you out of context, because whether or not Stated Daniel's comments are basically irrelevant. He's only responding to your comments, and either way, it's with adding that clip or not, still makes Epi, he at least still has a counterpoint that doesn't seem to that still addresses the original context. That was my main argument, and apparently, after a while, we kept going back and forth, and then it got to the point where he accused me of being a liar.
Yeah, he does that a lot. He did that with Justicar, or Integral Math, as he's sometimes known. But even if, say, for the sake of argument, he's correct, and I was taking him out of context, it doesn't need to be deliberate. I could have maybe went through the video, deleted all of the State of Daniel's comments, and then just proceeded to take clips of Essence of Thought just to make point-by-point responses, so I wouldn't have to listen through the Daniel responses. That's also a possibility.
I think, yeah, that's another thing. He never really ever considers any other motives. It's basically, if you make a big mistake, he doesn't even consider any other options. He just automatically jumps on the "you're a fucking liar" train.
Yeah, Chris Duncan also caught those videos and now is. Well, he called me epidural agree, which is kind of which was kind of clever. I'll admit it. It's kind of.
Wait, hang on. Wait, I have to ask you something, Epi.
What?
How long ago was this?
This video?
That he called you that.
About a couple days ago.
I got there first, motherfucker. Haha, suck on.
You called me epidural.
Yeah, I called you epidural on one occasion in here while poking fun at you. Remember?
I thought it was an accident.
No, I did it just to see if.
No, that's what caused the
I was
epidural.
trying to see if you had any humor about it. I was going for the laugh.
Who's Chris Duncan? Is he another YouTuber? Never heard of him.
No. He's a guy who frequents the Hangouts. I see him from time to time. He has green hair in his profile picture and a dog. He's currently a blonde.
It's gnarly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. He looks like a California surfer. Except, yeah, pretty much. By the way, Owen, can I ask, how do I get Side 10 Atheist to make me a kick-ass profile pic like that?
Well, you got to be the right kind of person, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know, I was looking at that going, damn, I guess you haven't made the community until you have an act. Oh, look, Owen's made it.
Yep. So you've made it when you get Side 10 Atheist to make you do a picture of you.
Yep, makes you look like a funky little troll.
Why can't I get into needless fights on the internet? Oh wait, never mind.
So, just got a comment in. And I have to reference this because Benderberry's kind of calling me out on something.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Edens. Regarding words and knowing what they are before you move on. Scientology, right? Ah, fuck. Yeah.
Hold on, I'm still looking for. I can't find the video.
Benderberry actually hits the Scientology reference of the day, yes. If you don't know a word, you must look it up immediately, otherwise you might have it misunderstood. And MUs are very bad. Ah! Barry!
Hold on though, I'm still actually confused. He did that thing. What exactly was the thing between him and the Justicar?
Oh, right. Basically, Justicar corrected Redline on copyright infringement, and basically, Essence of Thought made a video called Don't Try to Deceive, to which Justicar heard the first 4 minutes of it, refuted the whole point of it, and stopped watching the video thinking the rest was just going to be stupid.
Oh, no.
Actually, he didn't say that in the video, but in the comment section, Justicar said, well, somebody commented, aren't you going to answer the last 4... Aren't you going to watch the last part of his video, to which Justicar responds, why, does he get any less stupid afterwards? But Justicar...
But wait a minute. I gotta throw something in there, though, because, frankly, in a lot of cases it's important to watch either an entire video or at least the beginning and end, to have an idea of what the fuck's going on. Because I uploaded this one chat that we had in one of the Insomnias. It was a discussion on racism. And, frankly... At the beginning of it, on a lot of levels, I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about, but thought I did. And by the end of it, it was a matter of dispelling some of my, misconceptions. So people were watching like the first 3 minutes and going, "Oh, you ignorant fuckers, let's just down thumb it," and stop watching. Okay, lovely. Always my pet peeve. When I initially had put up my thing going after the Citizens Commission of Human Rights, an anti-psychiatry group started by Church of Scientology, I did the first video, which was just like a 10-minute warm-up, stating what my intent of the series was. And after that, there's 25 fucking videos. People would watch that and be like, "You didn't talk about this or this or this or this and this," and start debating me about shit that was in the other videos. And when I said, "Dude, go watch the video I discussed that," and they're like, "No, I'm going to argue with you here," I'm like, "You don't even know what my fucking viewpoint is yet, asshole." Oh. Anyway, sorry, go ahead, as you were saying. By the way, this is rant night.
Get it all off your tits.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, wait, can I ask you about that black girl you've been dating? How are things going?
Oh, God. Oh, this girl is a fucking bunny boiler.
What's that mean?
You haven't seen Fatal Attraction? Kirk
I
Douglas?
have not, no.
Glenn Close? Alright, so listen. Kirk Douglas is dating this girl while he's married, right? And he's cheating on his wife. And then he decides to break it off with this woman because he loves his wife. And then she loses her shit. Then he comes home from work one day to find the house bunny rabbit stuffed in a pot of boiling water on the stove. Bitch is cray-cray. Understand? A bunny boiler. Out of her goddamn mind.
Well, it's a good thing you stepped away then.
Yep, Lenny's doing the old fadeaway.
Oh.
Which just means...
Oh, man. Well, hopefully there'll be another black chick in your life who isn't crazy.
I hope so. Dude, we were in bed, we were enjoying our post-coital bliss, and then she ruins it with, "I'm gonna marry you someday."
Ah.
And then old Lenny stood up, he got out of that bed, he put his pants on, he walked towards the door. She's like, "Hey, where are you going?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm thirsty, I've got Gatorade in my car." And I did not come back.
Oh, dude.
Dude.
No.
No.
Maybe she was just, expressing her satisfaction and...
Nope. She's crazy.
Dude.
Dude,
Oh,
I think you might have overreacted. But
Hang on, we have just had a
fuck.
Iken has butt hurt comment put in. Yeah, you've been invited. If you have something to rant about, get your ass in here. If not, fuck off.
Oh, yeah. Anybody... Oh.
So, Chris, do you have anything to rant about today? If not, you cannot has butt hurt.
Fuck.
Oh my.
Dum dum dum.
Hey.
There we go.
Going on, Bubba.
We have audio. Do you have anything worth ranting about today?
No, I'm pretty fucking happy.
How dare you be happy when everyone else is being
Well,
butthurt?
fuck you, I'm miserable.
I've been dealing with some really miserable cunts today, and it's kind of got me in a bit of a better mood.
Richard Raspberry?
No, David Chu.
Who's that guy?
Cunts makes you happy?
Yeah, I don't know, it's weird. David Chu is a misogynist, homophobic, racist Calvinist that me and John talked to.
Before you said Calvinist, I was going to ask you if it was a Thunderfoot follower. Never mind.
And but yeah,
No, this
Dave,
is Agent Dave, isn't it?
yeah, Dave, and he's praying that somebody murders me. That's what he told me.
Wow.
Well, technically it would be a killing. Murder is unjustified killing, so
He should be
killing
careful.
would
He'll
be
bring that shit on himself.
Well,
okay, I'm sorry.
well, if you look at the
Yeah.
fucking Hebrew, it says, "Thou shalt not kill, not thou shalt not murder."
Well, according to Calvinism, it's already predetermined anyway, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know. That was the one thing about well, one of the many things about Calvinism that I always thought was kind of fucked up. Especially when you throw presup on top of it.
Yeah, predestination and presupposition.
Yeah, that doesn't make
What a combination.
sense.
I don't mind.
You're
I don't,
You-
I don't mind those things too much as long as it's not mixed with dominionism.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Well, that's the political side coming in on it, eh? Got to get a good
Yeah.
angle.
Oh, yeah.
Dominionism is basic. Oh, I think it's sort of this. I think it's
You
sort
know
of
how
going
many
on with.
businesses I've had to fucking stop shopping at because I found out that they're connected to that shit?
Wait, Dominionism?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I was actually going to say 13. Isn't Ted Cruz the senator where you're at?
Is he?
Oh, yeah, he's in Texas. His father, Raphael, is like the one everyone's pointing out to. His father's a Dominionist pastor, Raphael Cruz.
Yeah, that's true.
God, that guy, yeah, basically, if he was more well known thanks to Wildwood Claire 1. He became one of the finalists in her Dim Bulb of the Year competition last year, and he was the runner-up to Brian Fisher.
Can
Wow.
you do anything other than watch YouTube videos? Holy crap, Britton.
That was a long time ago. Plus, I'm
know
always
it was a long time ago. What are you, just like archive of YouTube? What the fuck?
No, I'm not. I don't really know many of the YouTube videos. I said there are certain channels I like better than others at certain times. So when Wildwood Claire 1, who's a channel I've always liked, ends up actually doing something really awesome, like her.
Okay, wait a minute. What was the second video that Claire released last January?
I have no fucking idea.
Oh, thank God. Okay, phew. Okay, I feel better now.
Yeah, I don't know that much. I just remember there's just certain things that Claire does. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty awesome. Like I liked. I've seen a few of her videos like where she responds to Nephilim Free. That's just classic gold. She always has it's actually from quite a few years ago, but she always has the best response. Every time Nephilim Free says something stupid about geology, her response is, "Well, that is a fascinating story, Sugar Britches."
She's like your old. I love Wildwood Claire. She's
Yeah,
like a
she's
nice,
classy.
good-looking
She's
grandmother.
classy.
Yeah, she's
She's
fine.
got some class.
Yeah, I've been
She's
trying.
not gonna get in any hangouts, so give up on it.
She doesn't
I
have to
know.
resort to profanity to get her point across, even though she will do it in comments.
I know she is. Oh, I know she gets pretty. She's even awesomer in the comments. That's the thing. She's even
yeah.
more funny.
She's a quick old girl.
Wait. I think I might have an idea on how to get Wildwood Claire onto your channel. Just say you have a creationist friend who's a 6-day young earther who's seen your videos and thinks he could debate you. I
won't
go
do
on
it.
disguising.
She won't do it.
She don't do debates.
She's impossible.
Don't do
I know, she is impossible to get. Okay, I reached out to her one time. She said no. There's been other people who've been trying to reach out to her. She'll also say no. She never does it. That's the problem.
No. If you want somebody that knows geology, granted it's geochem, you talk to Womble.
Oh yeah, Angry Womble. I've heard of her. Isn't she also one that likes to play around with Nephilim Free?
Womble has a great voice.
Yeah, her voice. Yeah, she's pretty awesome
Good
too.
boy. He has a great voice.
She's cool. She is cool.
Yeah, Yeah, although, yeah, here's the actually, never mind. Crap.
The thing is, she has this voice that's both strong and very young sounding. So when she's sitting there talking with somebody with this voice that you'd almost expect, somebody that's sitting there nice and demure and sweet and all this stuff, and she says something along the lines of, "No, I'm not debating you. I'm educating you."
That's funny.
Wait, is she pretty young or?
Oh, she's not. Yeah, she's fairly young, but she's a real smart cookie. She's great, and I get a huge kick out of it. It's like, no, this is not me debating you or arguing with you. This is me just telling you the way it is. She's great.
Yeah, I know. I don't. Like I said, it would be better. I think it's because Womble, she doesn't actually do videos. Everyone, she was on a lot of Block TV stuff. She hasn't. Is she really on like any of the Google Hangout?
On YouTube. Holy crap!
What? No, I have.
Hello.
So, Boom, have you had to deal with stupid shit today? Do you have anything to rant about?
As far as stupid, no, but amused is Matthew 419 arguing with G-Man, but that's about it.
Well, they are stupid. That's a constant state of affairs.
Yes, and it's amusing.
No, actually, I shouldn't say that about Matt 419. I mean, he's actually getting better with memorizing.
Yeah, that's true.
And saying stupid shit. There is a certain amount of research done to say things as inane as he says.
In all fairness, he had to deal with G-Man all day today, so I think we should cut Matthew 419 some slack.
Why did he have to deal with G-Man?
Because basically G-Man's like, I don't want to go to a... basically, G-Man was giving all these excuses on why he's not attending a church and why he's not really seeking it because he's waiting for God's Holy Spirit to guide him into one. And Matthew 419's all like, but Scripture says go to a church, and he brings up Bible verses. And then G-Man got like, have you seen my other videos on this? Because I talk about this in my other videos.
Oh, yeah, he does. Have you seen my video shit? Yeah. So let me get this straight. G-Man's waiting for God to guide him to a church. And Matt 419, for all intents and purposes, admitted that that's never going to fucking happen.
Holy fuck.
Basically saying he basically was saying he was making excuses.
Yeah.
I had to deal with Roy on that issue before. I said, "Oh, dude, stop it! Your tactics are not working. In fact, you're guilt tripping other people. It's not going to convince anybody." He's like, "Well, God's Holy Spirit is telling me to do so." After that, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to go anywhere with this. As soon as you say God told me to do something, I can't really argue with you. You've given up the discussion."
Well, I have to admit, when it comes to Roy, though, roughly 7 or 8 times out of 10, I actually like him.
Really? Because 0 out of 10 times I like him.
No, in general, I mean, Roy's actually not a bad guy, but just some of his theology just makes me want to bash my head into a wall.
Oh, I know.
He's a really sweet guy.
I don't. I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, usually if it's ever any theology stuff, like I guess because usually that's like one of the only things we talk about. So
well, that's the thing is you got to get him on other stuff. Get him talking about motivational speaking. He'll never talk about theology. He'll just motivational speaking stuff. He gets on that and of course that drives me nuts too. That's that's why it's 7 or 8. It depends on how he goes with that.
In all fairness, if I had a choice between Matthew 419's theology and his approach and Roy's theology and his approach, I would go with Matthew 419 any day of the week. It's the lesser of two. It's the lesser of two evils. At least his kind of approach is your approach isn't going to work, and I'm going to show how your secular logic, morality, all that doesn't work. At least he tries to at least he's putting forward an argument. Roy just tends to guilt people, which is even worse.
Well, Roy does tend to pull out Pascal a lot more than he ought to, and I will certainly agree with that.
Oh, I know. That's the
Matt 419 though
is one of those arguments that you should not use unless you're using it in tandem with like 5 other arguments. And once your 5 other arguments go down the drain, you don't use Pascal's wager. Because at that point you might as well be arguing for the spaghetti monster.
But Roy will acknowledge that it's simply his faith, and certain parts of his position are faith-based. He'll acknowledge that there are things that he can't know. like with some of the stuff pertaining to what hell's actually like and this kind of stuff.
Fair enough.
Matt, on the other hand, is a very different kind of animal. And I find, just based upon one of the conversations I had with him, the Jesus he believes in is kind of a dick. Now, the normal character of Jesus I like, but what Jesus as Matt sees him is a fucking cocksucking asshole.
Yeah, he's like, fuck you. You've got to bow down to me, get on your knees, we'll be forming lines of dicks.
No, hang on. This guy, we're talking about a guy who said to me that during the Sermon on the Mount, when he's talking about things like meek shall inherit the earth, he was being sarcastic. Dude, really? All the good stuff that wasn't that preamble. That was sarcasm? Yeah. What?
Now that's some fucking hermeneutics for you.
What?
Fuck.
Your kid?
No, he told. No, maybe
He said sarcasm?
This was when I first started talking to him.
Wow.
Damn near a fucking year ago. Maybe his position's changed, and I'll give
I
that.
certainly hope so.
But what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't even know what to say to that. It's just weird.
I mean, I was sitting there with him. Not granted, he was still kind of doing the baby Christian on YouTube thing at the time. So any of these things could have changed. He may have learned more, and I will certainly grant that, just to be fair. But at the same point, I got talking with him, and I said, what would Jesus do in this kind of situation? And he goes, he would call them to repent, and they'd repent of their sins and turn to God. Like, what? Jesus would just walk up to somebody that he never... What? And he's like, oh yeah, and he's sitting there saying that, he told people to repent, and then he had the multitudes following him. Like, let's go back and read that passage again. No, he told these two fishermen to repent and follow him, and they did. And then he went to town, and he did miracles, and he hung around the temple for a while. And then he had a multitude after he'd done all the miracles. He didn't just go, people, repent, and have all these people following him afterwards. No, that's not what happened, read it! It's your book, read it!
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that most of the time he did something before he asked them, and it really wasn't repent, it was, come join with me, let's go do stuff.
Repent.
That's pretty much it.
Repent meaning change your mind, come follow me, and I will make you a fisher of men.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing, is that's really what he was offering them, a deal to come with him and do stuff. Like,
Wait a minute. Repent, change your mind, come follow me, and I'll make you a fisher of men. And then the men dropped, their fishing gear and started following him.
Mm-hmm.
Do you wonder at times if these two guys
project maybe?
Well, following him.
I think he might project a little.
Wait. Do you think these two fishermen that were following him might have been singing "It's Raining Men"?
Perhaps.
Yeah,
I think Jesus does protest much. I mean, there was 5,000 men. There was 500 men at that ceremony. No women.
But that was well after the fact. You didn't just go repent and they suddenly yeah, no, that's not in there.
Also, just as an inclination, when people took reference of demographics in ancient literary works, I believe they only referred to men. So there would have been women there, but they just weren't mentioned.
No, it's actually a literary tool. That specific line is a literary tool.
Nah.
It was a
And the
literary
writing one thing I just have to throw in there.
Yeah,
I know it wasn't
yeah.
insinuating that that's me being a troll. You should know that.
Yeah.
And if anyone doesn't, fuck off. I was being a troll.
And the
Trolling's
reason
fun.
that is because later on they do refer to women.
Yeah. But literary tools are lost on literalists.
Yeah. The literary tool is referring to something close to Homer's Odyssey.
Oh, good. All quiet on the posting front. They finally shut the fuck up. Either that or they went to sleep.
Sleep, losers.
Oh, you and your little fucking tree, too. Ugh. Anyway.
Man, by the way, Owen, if you see Jim around, please tell him that his guitar solo kicked ass.
Yeah, Jimmy was really fucking good on that shit, man. Yeah, he's nasty as hell.
Who, what?
Jim Gardner.
Oh. Oh.
He played the guitar solo on the new Side 10 Atheist video.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay.
I don't know. Like I said, I have to find some way to get in contact with him. I need a cartoon version of myself as well.
Oh man. Maybe if we have one really good episode of our show, we could both get our drawings. Although we'd have to invite someone who we know would make a total ass of themselves.
You'd also have to, you'd also have to figure out a way to get Side 10 Atheist to watch it.
I don't even. I know. I've tried to get him to actually know who I am. I've made like a couple comments in his video. It's like he never responded.
Notice me, please.
And I try to be funny too. Like I'll speak his language. Or I'll be like, that video was the fucking bomb, bitch. Like I'll do that kind of shit.
Dude, no.
No,
I've
heard ass kissing.
No, just be yourself.
All
comments
right.
he responds to me on are usually ones where I have like little gifs, and he'll respond back and like.
Y'all, thanks, sugar.
Who do you...
Oh, I think I know why he's really so butthurt.
Why?
I think I've got it figured out.
Freddy?
The druid guy that's being all, I know you know who I am. I know you know that I was a druid, and I know that you... Like, dude, I don't know who the fuck you are. I think we've been in a couple hangouts. That's about it. Anyway, I think I figured out what he's butthurt. I think it's all the acorns.
Oh, hold on. I wanted to
I think
ask...
it's got to be the squirrel thing. Trees hate squirrels.
Oh, hey, Lenny. I actually wanted to ask you, next week for one of the hangouts that I was Audi invited, would you also like to show up for that one next Saturday night, if you have time?
You gotta tell me next Saturday night. I mean, it depends when you're doing it, mate.
He's actually interviewing me tomorrow.
Oh, Mowdy?
Yeah.
Oh, you're on Meeting of the Minds tomorrow?
Yep.
Yeah, he's on my list. Oh wait, never mind. I mean, he's on.
Damn, I've been. Yeah, I've been trying to get on Meeting of them. Yeah, technically I did show up like one time, but I wasn't like the actual special guest. That's
you're
that's all.
not on my list, Britain.
Fuck, whatever. Anyway, but yeah, that's cool. There was crap. There was something about Mowdy. I was gonna, or something about the. Oh yeah. Epi, how have you reached 100 subscribers yet? Now that you got that shout out from Carneades.org.
No, because I think a lot of atheists are mad at me for messing some thoughts.
Oh, I know. It's like, oh fuck. Why
did I have to start making YouTube videos?
Okay, wait. I want to point something out just for shits and giggles. I actually got a shout out from Steve Shives.
No fucking way. Like, when was this? Earlier,
this was last year when I had to, or this was around about last year or the year before. I don't remember exactly when. Yeah, sorry, last year when I was in the middle of a custody battle and had to take all my videos offline.
Ooh, well.
Not too long after I gave him a shout out back when he was at about 5,000 subs.
Cool.
Oh wait, no, it was 2,500.
But hold on. You don't even have that many subs right now. Like, you're not supposed to give a shout out for somebody who is more popular than you.
No, you don't understand. There hadn't been any shout-outs for almost a year at this point, and when somebody pointed out the video referencing several people and forwarded to people with more subs than I had, saying, "Don't shout me out, shout out someone else."
Okay, this never mind. I was just gonna say, I did
give the ball a kick.
I wanted to say something to D13. I did find, I'm just playing around right now, but I found that the most popular video on your channel is from a long time ago, and it has over 1 million views. It's one on Scientology and sexuality.
I know what it is. And the total number of views my channel had would drop to nothing if I took that thing down. However, I also took down all my old Scientology stuff, repackaged them, and re-uploaded a good portion of them. I actually, if I hadn't done that, would have the total channel views of about 1.8 million by now if I hadn't done that, but I was trying to bury the videos.
Yeah, that's amazing though. Like, it's to reach one. I can't even get close to 1,000 views for anything I do. You got to 1 million, man. Respect.
There was a major protest going on. The protest was also on the news, And the topic of sex always gets people's attention. And for the longest time, the opening slide looked like a woman having sex with an alien.
All right. Yeah, you basically did everything right there.
And I buried the fucking thing after it was no longer relevant, after I no longer gave a shit. And how did I bury it? By changing the intro slide.
What? Nice job. That's how it's done.
All it fucking takes, man.
Kick ass.
But at the same point, I don't really give a shit about the video.
Really? That's like I said, that's like your prized gem of a video.
No, it's not. No. Dude, the whole reason why I made that video is to support the protest, to get attention to the topic so people would look into it more and watch some of the more serious videos of what the fuck's going on with the cult. I wanted them to look. This was to bring more attention to the protest. It's well past the point of doing that. It's not some crown jewel. It's just a cheap tactic to try and get more people to pay attention to what was going on and the abuses of the cult.
Yeah. Sometimes you've got to feel horror in order to get things done.
Yeah, and that's all. And that was complete whoring. And for that matter, when I made it, before publishing it, I had I think it was 5 women that were subscribers of mine take a look at it to make sure it wouldn't offend anyone.
Yeah.
And it was funny because one of them was like, "Why is he sending me this video?" And it was to a group, and the other ones were like, "He just said he wants you to take a look at it to get your opinion before he posts it, because it's an important video in terms of trying to draw attention towards what's the protests and everything else." Oh.
Okay.
If she's still watching, I apologize for giving you that voice.
I have to ask Lenny one thing. Someone tell Captain Massimo to change his YouTube icon to his Titan Atheist cartoon that was made for.
He'll do it if he wants to.
I know.
I'm sure he'll get around to it eventually.
Oh, by the way, maybe we should have maybe you should have Captain Osimo on the Hangout.
Yeah, that'd be cool, I guess.
Yeah.
You could talk about cartoons. He fucking loves cartoons. What is it?
Okay, we just got an odd question in. Hi, how you doing? Insomnia Shuffle tonight, which is an area where the topic changes randomly, and we tend to keep things like religion and off the table, other than talking about YouTubers. We do also talk about random other subjects, but tonight is rant night. But if anyone really wants to deal with this instead of just enjoying the rant puppet, do you have any tips for dealing with depression? And you should be thankful that this isn't worse advice night.
Yeah. But I had to deal with depression for a very long time. The easiest thing to do is actually figure out what makes you happy. That's the first thing you have to figure out is what are the things that'll make you happy? What are the things that'll keep you sane?
As long as it's not killing puppies.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Boom. I just because I'm in such a fucking mood, I'm gonna go just a little bit of chop busting on you right now, if I may.
Chop bust, chop bust.
The solution to depression, according to Boom, is figure out what makes you happy. Can we do a little bit more than that? Can we do a little bit better than hey, you don't want to be depressed? Figure out what makes you happy.
Well, that's the first step, and the reason I say you have to figure out what makes you happy is because you have to first be able to be happy in order to stand yourself. But the reason I say you first find something that makes you happy is because it'll allow you to decompress. And then once you figure out something that makes you happy, which will allow you to calm down long enough, you can figure out what's in your life that's kind of fucked up. Once you're able to figure out what's in your life that's causing you to be depressed, then you can actually take care of the problem.
Money check chat.
Uh-huh.
So what if money is the cause of your depression?
Bank.
What bank?
Anyone, like a bank.
I want everyone to know that if money is depressing you, I'm here for you. I exist to help you with your problem.
Just send old Lenny your money.
Send
Or the
old
lack
Lenny your
of
money.
No, the lack of money would be.
No, the lack
more-
of money. Oh, yeah, no,
Yes,
you're
the
on.
lack of money.
I can't do a thing for you.
See, that's,
The lack of money is the root of all evil.
but the lack of money is the cause of your depression. You know, it sometimes can be a hard thing to cure.
Yep.
I knew that was a bit of a problem for me for a while. The right employer that you can stand for quite a while.
I think that's also very important that while it can be difficult, it's I think it's a responsibility
No.
to get yourself some kind of treatment. That's difficult or uncomfortable. Just for heaven's sake, get yourself on some kind of treatment and get yourself medicated.
There are also self-medications. The best thing is, for me, for instance, I like to look at funny YouTube videos all day, stuff that numbs my brain.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't suggest pushing pills or take, I see professional help perhaps if you think you're experiencing depression.
Sure.
But a lot of times things like that are, the source I think might be found in things like improper diet, a lot of stress in the environment, and if you have the tools to deal with it. If you do not have the tools to deal with your environment, then you will become very stress-ridden. So people who are better educated tend to not exude as many signs of stress, and for the most part, not like the classist style of depression that's found in a lot of people that live in a poor existence.
Oh, sure.
I don't mind that people get medication for what ails them or what have you, or the medication to help deal with their depression. The only thing is it's like you put your arm in a grinder or a twister. I can't think of the right word for it, but essentially you twist these device and it pulls tighter on your arm. Then you take pain medicine to make the pain go away.
No.
You're still twisting your arm.
Yeah, that sounds like a band-aid solution more than a cure.
Yeah, the cure is probably first getting to where you can actually deal with the damn thing.
Well, I think a lot of it has to do is because your body and your mind is imbalanced. Exercise is an important thing, and if we don't get enough of it, your mind doesn't get to produce those little neuropinephrine as much and things like that it requires. And not only that, but being accepted in a social environment actually is proven builds higher levels of norepinephrine and gives a person a sense of self-esteem that they need, that all people really need. And if you don't get enough of that, then you can also slide into depression. There's a good show I linked tonight earlier called Athene's Theory to Everything, and it speaks quite heavily on that. And you will have to view it more than once, I think, to understand the depths of everything, even though they've dumbed it down. That's being spoken of, because it alludes to even philosophical implications of our understanding of reality and things like that. It's very interesting, the conscious mind. It's quite the study. It's as important as the study of anything else, actually. Maybe more so, because you're studying the thing that actually that makes sense of the world around you. So the better you can understand the tool you're using, the more proficient with it you'll become.
Absolutely, yeah. It's amazing because so little is actually understood about. Let's say so little is actually understood. A whole bunch is understood about,
yeah. We never started really studying it either until the 20th century, for the most part.
Well, we didn't think there was anything to fucking study.
Well, First of all, psychoanalysis and things like that, like Freud and Jung and whatnot, were pretty groundbreaking in a lot of their. Even though some of their things have been proven false later, they were still very groundbreaking in the fact that they brought certain methodologies to light to deal with and explain certain behavioral types and broke them down into groups and categories that are much more easily digestible for people that haven't even thought about it before.
Unfortunately, for a lot of people into psychoanalytics, mainstream psychology has kind of put it by the wayside, has it not?
Well, I wouldn't say put it by the wayside. What has been gleaned from it is still applied, I would say, because people do still see psychiatrists and psychologists for various ailments, if you will. And so to that end, it helped. It still helps quite a bit, I think, in the public specter. But not only that, though, but what we learned from it helped us develop, proper social behavioral sciences that actually are applicable to all human beings. Like things that are, like, it's almost like the unified theory of the human being, but not quite, right? Because we still haven't got that either. But it helps. It's one more little piece of the puzzle, and this is like we're changing every generation is becoming much more liberal, and especially in the West than they were the generation before. Like I've seen this in my own lifetime. Jade will probably tell you the same thing. She's seen more lifetime than me. So right there,
Yeah. It's really remarkable.
Isn't
the
it, though?
changes
Yeah.
that we've made since, like, I was a kid in the 1950s. The social changes. You see
Yeah.
certain people arguing, getting worse, and there's more violence, and no, not even close. These people apparently are completely unaware of all the different revolts, some of which the United States was behind in South America. South and Central America were just flames for a long time, and look at the Mau revolt in Africa and Rhodesia. Kids had to go to school in personnel carriers so they could be safe. All the horror that was South Africa. And speaking of horror, what went on here during the Civil Rights Movement during the 1970s, somebody tried to actually tell me was going, oh, look at terrorism attacks. So I went back to the 1970s. Because there's a database it's kept partly by the CIA, but it's also at the University of North Carolina, and I've linked somewhere, and it shows all the terrorist attacks. Okay, so I just looked at terrorist attacks in the United States, and I remember the 1970s while I was a young adult. And I know all the terrorist attacks. So I looked at all the terrorist attacks that happened here in the United States in the 1970s. And then I looked at the terror attacks that happened like from 2000 to 2010. So 1970 to 2000, 2009. And yeah, no comparison. We've hardly had any terrorist attacks in comparison. And you could go on and on and on. I could have gone back in time, but if you go back much in time, you run into the civil rights terror and the murders, the lynchings, and all that. But during the 1970s, this is just in the United States. There were a couple of black supremacist groups. There was the oh crap! I always do this. What's the island that Napoleon was originally from? You got Sardinia and you got Sicily and Corsica. Yeah, the Corsican nationalists.
Yeah.
You had all these other people that were, blowing things up in the United States to make their point about everything. So, when somebody tries to tell you this crap, oh, things are worse, look at all the terrorist attacks, they have absolutely no freaking idea of history. If they said it went whoosh right over their head or rattled around in the space between their ears, and they haven't bothered to look up any of it. Because we're so much better off now than we were back then. We have evolved to a point that is unbelievable. When I was a kid, everybody got their drunk driving arrest free. If you got caught, cops would just take you home. Nobody cared about driving arrest. It was perfectly okay for a man to beat his wife and children. As long as you kill him, nobody cared. It was a domestic dispute. Didn't even bother. It wasn't their business. If children complained that they were molested, they weren't believed. You know, because children make stuff up. And that's just the beginning. It's so unbelievable. I watched. Anybody here remember the TV show Hill Street Blues?
Yep.
It was this really great classic TV show. Fantastic show. I was totally hooked. Well, I decided to watch it over, right? I'm watching the first episode, and I'm horrified. I'm absolutely horrified. Because they go into this apartment where there's a dispute between the mother, the stepfather, and the teenage girl, and their attitude to this potential violently explosive situation is to just ignore it and then to make some kind of comment about that, oh, well, that teenage girl, so she was probably just, you know, trying to turn her father on or something like that. And I'm watching this horrified because we don't think that way anymore. And Hill Street Blues, 1970s, wasn't it? I think I'd have to look it up.
Yep, you're right.
This was considered a top show, and I remember seeing it. You know, back then, I honestly think anything about what they were saying because that's the way people thought. Watching it today, I was horrified. I mean, well, just actually last year I watched it. I was horrified at the attitudes then, and that's the way people thought. It just. Yeah, but no, it's just amazing. Next time somebody tries to say the end of the world is coming because of all these horrible things, let's take a look to the past and let's look at the Sixth War, you know, and let's look at all other things that happened. That people, the Baader-Meinhof group in Germany. How about the Olympics and the murders at the Olympics in Berlin? We can just on and on and on and on.
Munich. It was
Munich.
not
I'm sorry, Munich. Yeah, it was in Munich. You're absolutely right. It's in Munich. Don't know why I said that. I know, but look at those murders in Munich. Oh, by the way, you guys probably don't remember, but it seemed to be a real pastime for people to hijack planes. I'm hijacking this plane to Cuba. A few were hijacked to Angola, if I remember correctly, but most were hijacked to Cuba. People have forgotten all this stuff.
And then, of course, you had numerous, if you go back to the 60s, I mean, at least the late 60s, I mean, it was a racial riot pretty much every day.
Oh, well, it was every week, really. No, there really was, because I remember the L.A. exploded. That was just, you know, and it went all over the country. Yeah.
And so many assassinations. So many assassinations. And so many assassinations, at least in America in the 60s. Two Kennedy brothers, Malcolm X, MLK. There were a few others I know.
Oh, well, don't forget Larry Flynn and who's the governor? Who was the governor whose wife Lynn Wallace? Remember Governor Wallace? They had to kill him.
Well, no, he survived though.
But they tried to kill him, just like they killed Larry Flynn. But that was the way people do, and there was an attempt on Gerald Ford. There was an attempt on Ronald Reagan.
Yep.
And John Lennon was killed.
Mark David Chapman.
And so you're absolutely right.
And then there was Jonestown Massacre. There was and then of course if you
Jones,
Harvey Milk.
Yes, the murder of Harvey Milk. If you sit here and think about it, you can come up with a whole bunch of stuff. But
don't forget Waco, Texas, and David Koresh.
Well, that's the 90s.
Yeah, that a little later, but there were also the anybody remember the church? Wasn't it the church Universal and Triumphant? Okay, this woman ran the church. I'll have to look it up just for a minute, and I'll tell you while I'm looking it up. Okay. There was this church. It was originally founded by this guy, and his wife then took over the church. It was called, I think, the church. The
church.
Here it is, Universal. Anyway, they ended up setting themselves out in the middle of nowhere in Montana. Oh yeah, the minute I didn't even see the name, and it's Elizabeth Clarefoot. If you don't know who she is, it's really worth interesting looking up. Well, anyway, they set themselves up on a compound in some place.
Jade,
What?
You keep breaking up. You, for example, the name of the church and the name of the person both.
Okay, hang on a minute. Let me close a bunch of crap. That's probably what it is.
Well, I'm gonna head to bed, and at that, I do want to comment back on what I meant by saying find something that makes you happy. If you're able to find something that makes you happy, you're able to have the contrast, and sometimes it's necessary in order for people to self-help instead of self-harm. All right, good night.
Well, while Jade's resetting her connection, I do want to say one other thing. Hello, Galaxy Dreams. How you doing? Glad that we're helping you relax since you can't sleep.
What's going
on? And on this note, yeah, how you been doing? I hope everything's been going well. And now I want everyone to make a most annoying noise possible. There we go. Perfect. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
Why are there barnyard animals in my phone right now?
Mission.
I let them in.
Oh, okay.
If I sound unnecessarily reductionist, but I think Boom's argument, not argument, rather, sorry, I didn't call it an argument, but it's Boom's idea that it might help resolve your depression issues if you can find something that cheers you up. It's just, I don't know. I guess I just don't get it. If you can find something that makes you happy, then I guess you're not very depressed, are you?
Well, the thing is, it technically works. But the moment that thing that makes you happy is gone from the equation, even momentarily, you'd be right back there.
It's my understanding of depression, though, and this is entirely from people that I've spoken to, is that people seem to there's this idea that depression equals sadness when it doesn't. I think the correct terminology would be that depression equals numbness. It can sometimes be an inability to feel anything, and if everything feels kind of wasted and pointless. Which isn't necessarily a bad emotion; it's a non-emotion. So it's a problem experiencing things, from what I understand. I'm probably wrong, and I'm perfectly out to be corrected, but that's my understanding of it.
Well, that's why you have to find something that makes you feel something.
Yeah, this is
what I'm trying to tell you is, buddy, it can't be that simple, right? I mean, like
it's not. It's a big process, but that's the starting point.
I don't know. I guess I just don't get it.
It's something to kickstart emotion, but it's a starting point. It's not the journey nor the end, basically.
Yes or no?
Nope.
Okay.
I got nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, let me go briefly to what I was talking about. It's called the Church Universal and Triumphant, and its leader was Elizabeth Clare Prophet, and her husband's to church than she did. They moved out to
Nope.
Aww.
It's apparently been edited or cleaned up by fans of the church. That happens with Wikipedia pages. They aren't quite always perfect. So they went out and they built this compound where everybody lived, and they surrounded it with like barbed wire and gun towers. And they had a huge cache of weapons because they were expecting the end times and they were going to have to fight everybody else. Their members were involved in a lot of this is not in that Wikipedia article. If you read it, it's almost funny. I mean, it's like somebody's trying to balance between the truth and, like, it's a whitewash. And the group got crazier and crazier and crazier. And I said they were involved in gun trafficking. A bunch of members were arrested. And to really find out about them, you'd have to go and look at the things that were about them at the time. And then all of a sudden there was like not a lot, because they were in the new lot, because they were nuts, and people who lived in surrounding areas, because it is a cult. Like, oh, in the Wikipedia article, well, some people say it's a cult. It was a cult, total cult, absolute control by Elizabeth Crawford, who spoke to God and all that other stuff, and but the people in the surrounding areas were terrified. I mean, who the hell has razor wire and towers around their place? Come to find out later, things kind of got quiet down. Well, probably the reason it got crazier and crazier is Elizabeth Clare Prophet was slipped to dementia. And so some of her crazier ideas were demented. But because she was the power behind everything, everybody went with it. Now, what happened internally, I have no idea. But apparently at some point, somebody looked around and said, this is fucking stupid. Or Elizabeth Clare Prophet started getting down on all fours and growling like a dog or something totally out that people couldn't make any excuses for it anymore, or perhaps a combination of the two. And after that, things quieted down quite a bit. So there's still a group exists. It's probably changed quite a bit from its origins now that their leader is. But these people were freaking scary back then. Oh, and people kept expecting it to explode to the kind of thing that later happened in Waco and Ruby Ridge and stuff. People kept expecting it to. There were a lot of groups like that. You hear about preppers now. Back then, in the 70s, there were these groups just like that, mostly white supremacists, going out. Although Church Universal Triumphant wasn't white supremacist as far as that, but going out in the woods, forming their little compounds. This is the genesis of the Christian identity movement, which is even that like a Christian identity churches, white supremacist churches that and people having guns and running practice because the government's going to call any day now, and we need to be able to take care of us. And these people were scary. And people may remember, was it David Berg? Was that the radio man was killed? That was.
I have no idea.
But because there were these white supremacists were going out and executing people. They were bad people. Let me see if this David Berg. Oops, his name. Oh no, it's the other guy. That's the guy who's head of Children of God. How about another nutty group during that? David Berg wrote a book, which is hard to find now because Children of God, who have evolved from their original position, I've tried to suppress it, hide it, destroy it, about how wonderful it was to have sex with children.
Jade.
Yeah.
I love you. You did say briefly, though.
I know, I'm done. I wanted to talk about the guy who was killed, and I can't remember his name, and I ended up in David Berg. Yeah,
that's right.
Okay, you're done.
I love you to death, sweetheart. Jimmy.
I just joined because I heard my name was mentioned earlier in this. About
what do you got for us, big boy?
Hey Jimmy, how's it going?
Hi. Yeah.
I've been paying attention to what was mentioned.
Okay, Prudent mentioned my name earlier in this about the whole essence of thought thing.
Oh, that thing. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. On the Facebook thing, he wasn't like talking behind your back. He was just asking us to see if he was checking to read your comments and to see if what Epi did was really a quote mine or not.
It wasn't. No, okay, that's fair enough. I actually just saw it on the Facebook too. It did look innocent.
And
can somebody send me it though? Maybe I'm sorry. Maybe I misunderstood.
It's on his actual page, for Facebook.
Just go to Facebook and type in Essence of Thought. No spaces in your there. Pretty much. Right now, yeah.
Essence of Thought. I thought you said he sent it to a different group, but okay.
I kind of take
Rama Lama Ding Dong.
Okay.
Rama Ding Dong, motherfucker.
I also really love your profile picture, Eon.
You can
Hey,
call
Jimmy,
me
can
Owen,
I ask-
partner. You can call me
Yo.
Hey,
Owen.
Jimmy, can
What?
I ask you for a favor?
What?
Look, right now I'm preparing a response to Essence of Thought. Before I publish it or do anything, could I please just send you everything beforehand so you or maybe someone else you trust can look it over and see if I'm misrepresenting his argument in any way, shape, or form? I think I should have just done that on the first time.
I mean, I could do that, but I'd also like to say that he's not up, but another one of the guys who's in my private thing said that he mentioned the fact that you had your 13 Heathens had this video up with the words essence of butthurt in it.
Oh,
So
yeah, I was referring to the very beginning of it.
yeah, that's why I clicked on it, because I'm like, oh no.
No, it actually, technically, the start of this had nothing to do with Essence of Thought. Basically, it was stupid drama pointing in my direction. Somebody said something in a hangout. I thought that they meant a different person than they were indicating, and I responded accordingly. And there's a bunch of people going, "You couldn't have possibly. No, you were talking about this person, not the person that you thought that they were talking about." And I'm like, "What the fuck's the matter with people today? Did somebody put Essence of Butthurt in the fucking water supply this week?" That's where that came from. It had nothing to do with this.
Oh, so it didn't have to do with his name.
No,
Not
it
at
didn't.
all. Not at all.
Okay, then.
No, you said ode to butthurt. I thought you were referring to me, actually. I did see one part.
Oh my God, Prude! Not everything in the universe is about you. God.
I never. No, you said ode to butter. My show was.
Wait. Ultimately, that is the problem. Is that seemingly everybody thinks it's all the fuck about them today.
Well, no, but, I mean,
fucking
you just
problem.
said essence of, and I realized that is, you could say essence of anything, but I thought that was sort of a pun, about this whole thing.
No, it was
Okay,
basically
so
I was
it's
trying to
complete
come up with.
coincidence.
Yeah, I was trying to come up with, like something somebody could poison the water supply with, essence of nightshade, or
Okay, then. So I'll tell them that. I'll tell them that now.
Totally
so if he gets
fucking
on.
relevant,
Pass that on to your superiors.
But yeah, that Essence of Thought thing was mentioned partway through it by Prudent, and since he then mentioned Epi's name, I brought in Epi. But no, that wasn't the focus of this.
It's all just because I was just getting a little pissed off because every time I keep responding to him, it seems like he's not understanding my arguments that I'm trying to put forth. It seemed like he kept ignoring a few points I was making. That's kind of why I was a little pissed off at him. But from now, I'm looking at this Facebook thing. It seems like he's just like, I guess, to be fair, like there's a few points that he's making I'm a little confused about, and he's saying the same thing. Maybe it's just like neither of us are really understanding what each other is saying. I mean, I was actually a little scared to actually make
If I may, I found most arguments on here are just people fucking talking past each other or not listening.
I'm trying to listen to him. Like, what he's trying to say.
That's my feeling with it. I didn't understand. Really, none of us really understood it. Like, whether it was a quote mine or not, to be honest. I mean, I even rewatched. Well, I couldn't rewatch State of Daniel's video, but I don't want to do that. But I rewatched it, and I don't particularly. I just don't. I agree. It seems like everybody does not understand what we're talking about.
Well, no. Here's what we have to go to. You go to response to State of Daniel. He says go to 857, and that's where I went to. I saw the point that he was referring to, and basically, Epi I thought he was responding to Essence of Thought really even whether or not you add State of Daniel's bit or not, he's still responding to Essence of Thought in the correct context. Essence of Thought thought that because he didn't add on State of Daniel's remarks, therefore he was misquoting Essence of Thought. My argument was he's not quote mining you because it's still in the correct context either way, whether he adds it or not. That was sort of my main argument. Like I was just trying to bring forth, and it's because I was a little worried. I might not necessarily agree with Epi even on some of these issues, but I didn't want him to get a bunch of backlash for something he really wasn't guilty of. At least that I didn't think he was guilty of.
Look, any day of the week I'd rather be considered stupid than deceptive. And honestly, when I was editing the video, I actually did cut off State of Daniel's things first, listened to Essence of Thought and then gave a response, which would not have been the best of orders, at least as I see it right now.
So, oh my, are you just admitting that you did quote mine him all of a sudden?
No, I'm actually saying that I removed... No, what I'm saying was I tried to remember State of Daniel's comment. No, what I'm saying is I tried to remember State of Daniel's comment offhand or by memory. The reason I started cutting Essence of Thought's part in Audacity first was mostly so I could just keep the video short. That would not have been the best of orders.
Alright, then.
It was just done out of laziness.
Epi, do you have, like, wind in your area or something? Because you're breaking up pretty good on my side.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can I come closer?
That's a little bit better.
Okay, cool. Sorry, the point I was just making was I think the problem stemmed because I just did the editing in the wrong order. First of all, I cut off State of Daniel's bits because I wanted the focus to be shorter, just to have me and his responses. And instead of actually just listening to State of Daniel, then listening to Essence of Thought back and forth, I just was trying to remember State of Daniel's points off memory. I think that might have been the problem.
Yeah, that probably is it. Maybe.
Yeah, it could be.
So on your thing about sending it to like me or somebody else, I mean, I'd have no problem doing that, but to be honest, this whole flying spaghetti monster thing just does not interest me at all.
Well, yeah, it doesn't interest me either. It's just been getting to me like these past couple of days because I really don't really care. I don't even really use that argument because I don't really think it's the most effective thing. It's just it's just a silly semantic game. I really don't want to play around along with it. I actually want to get into the more intellectual arguments, if anything.
Well, I find it's fine if you use it as a in its original context. Which was basically okay. If you want to teach kids that dinosaurs are, less than 6,000 years old, you might as well also teach them that there's a flying pasta that created the universe, because both of them are equally valid.
Yeah, it was really originally used as an argument against intelligent design, not theism as a whole. That's its original purpose.
And I think Russell's Teapot does a good enough job on its own to take the place of it, because it's not entirely absurd, since we know teapots exist, and there's nothing, there's nothing stopping anybody from launching a teapot into the orbit of Saturn.
Well, yeah, but the whole point of the spaghetti, I think the flying spaghetti monster, is just to make it more, just to add to the absurdity, because that's sort of the thing. And maybe that was a tactic that could have been useful, just because this was a real thing that was going on, whether or not intelligent design could be taught in schools in Kansas at that time. So, I mean, when you're in a big political game, I mean, there's nothing really wrong with taking it a little further if you're really trying to advance your political cause. So in that regard, I guess I can see it from that perspective.
Exactly. Personally, no, I have no problem with that. I hate the intelligent design movement. I think it is stupid. And yeah, the flying spaghetti monster is just as likely an answer for an alien or Bigfoot. I think those are just as likely candidates for an intelligent designer as anything else, really.
Well, you're falling off the map again.
Yeah. I'd say aliens would be more likely than spaghetti. I mean, I'm certainly not going to go all into aliens. I mean, it's still pretty fucking crazy. But I mean, it is in a way possible that you could have, higher intelligent beings, seeding life. But this is completely going off topic.
Yeah. Yeah. Technically, there is no topic.
Oh. Well,
okay.
I've never been on one of these, so I never know.
Going to find out what the difference is between a fucking spaghetti monster and aliens.
Well, hang on. Let me introduce you then officially. Insomnia Shuffle is when we can't fucking sleep, we hang out and talk about whatever the fuck comes up next. And we try to keep it off the religion subject, typically.
Hey, is anybody...
This is perfect for me, since I have been sleeping absolutely, not at all during the nights and during the afternoons, so...
Yeah.
Hey, actually, quick question. As a high school student, Jimmy, how does it feel to almost have summer off?
What do you mean almost? I've had it for almost a month.
Oh, I forgot in the United States you guys have it.
Yes. What changes, but we've Mine ended the 28th of last month, but I'm actually on either tomorrow or the next day. I'm actually going to be going back to school just to do some like extra credit stuff to make my GPA better. And that will be going on until the 17th for like 5.5 hours each day, which isn't that bad.
Nice. I hope you're enjoying your free time.
I am, I guess, arguing with people over fucking pasta on the internet.
Hold on, I was actually gonna, if you want to avoid the topic, here's a new topic. Anybody watching the World Cup?
Yeah, watching every game.
Yes and no.
On and off. I was really impressed with Ghana's performance, though, against Germany. That was pretty amazing.
Yeah, I mean, how did that game actually end, though?
They tied.
2-2, it was a tie.
Jesus Christ. This is the weirdest World Cup I've ever fucking seen.
No, it is one of the weirdest. You want to know why? Because all of the popular teams are out of it, essentially, right now. England can't move on to the knockout round, neither can Spain, the defending champion.
Yeah, I was blown away to see Spain not make it, and I don't know what's going on with Cristiano Ronaldo right now, but Jesus Christ, that boy's he's not proven himself to be worth his price tag, you know what I'm saying?
Somebody wants to join the hangout. He just private messaged me. So,
Who?
Oh my god, I just forgot his name. Something, or you've been in the hangout with him. His name starts with an S and ends with an R.
I don't.
Savior.
Oh yeah, and Savior. Yeah, I like that guy.
Invite him. Don't give a shit. As long as somebody's asking first, I'm good.
Yeah. Who else is? Oh yeah, Costa Rica. They're in the next round.
Yeah.
And so is Belgium. I don't think any. And Colombia, of all teams. Colombia, they haven't even been in the World Cup in quite a while.
Colombia's not got a hateful team, I'm going to be honest with you.
Oh,
they look kind of good.
I think their drug money's finally kicking in.
Oh, dude.
Oh, no. Oh, can I actually tell... Hold on. I actually have an interesting story, actually, about Colombia.
I bet it's not.
No. I saw a documentary on this. Back in '94, that's when obviously the drug squads were a lot more prominent there than today.
It was a joke. Why are we going to do a documentary on drug cartel?
No, because it still relates to the topic. What ended up happening was
I bet it doesn't.
One of the players scored he scored on his own goal, like by accident, in a game against the United States.
Well, it really happens deliberately.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was not deliberate. Yeah, it was an act. Yeah, that happens all the time. There's a lot of own goals that happen. But long story short, this guy was actually hunted down and murdered. A few weeks later, he was actually killed the day after I was born.
Oh man. Remember that guy Pele who actually scored a goal with his hands?
Pele.
That wasn't Pele.
Who was that?
That was Diego Maradona, the hand of God goal. Got Argentina into the World Cup, and he pushed the ball into the goal with his hands in front of live television audience. The referee didn't see it, so he didn't call it.
Wow. Wow. How big was that riot?
Oh God, you could have. Jesus Christ, a war about started, because you can see it, like it was on fucking video, it was broadcast on television. You could see him pushing the ball into the goal with his hand. The referee didn't see him push it, had to allow it. Now Pele was about the nastiest, most down and dirty fucking soccer player you've ever seen. The man was insane. I've never seen anyone play football the way he played football. He literally made it look sexy. You know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean by that.
Can somebody post the link for this hangout in the chat?
Oh wait, are you on a cell phone?
No, I can't. I don't know how you get to it.
Okay, if you look at the top of the window, the link's up at the top.
It just says Google Plus Hangouts.
Hold on, are you on a Mac? Just out of curiosity.
No, it just says Google Plus Hangouts.
Well,
okay.
It's this.
Can you do a screen share just so we can see what you're looking at?
Yeah, he already sent it.
Never mind. There it is.
Yep,
okay.
He sent it. Yeah. Just out of curiosity, was this like, Leonard, was this actually like a World Cup final game at Curiosity when that happened?
Oh, I forget. I think it was a qualifier, to be honest with you. It was. I don't goddamn well remember. But I think it was a qualifier match.
Yeah, we'll see. Personally, I think the Netherlands might have it. they were the runner-up last time, and they've won their first 2 games so far.
They look good. They're not looking bad. They're looking pretty good. Looking very strong. Brazil is going through the motions right now. I kind of feel like, you know what I mean? Because this is kind of what they always fucking do. And they never fail to do it. They always, like, in the opening rounds, they look shaky as hell, and everyone's like, oh man, are they going to do it? Are they going to do it? Are they going to do it? And then they just fucking do it.
Yeah.
Like, they always make the tournament so hard on themselves, and then they just fucking crush.
Tomorrow, I'm going to enjoy this game, because I actually have relatives that live in Croatia. Croatia's playing Mexico tomorrow. That'll be an interesting game. Whoever wins that game moves on. Losers out.
Yeah. Yeah, the Croatia's looking pretty good.
Are we talking sports again? I think this may...
No, we're still talking about the World Cup.
I hang out earlier.
Oh, look at this. I found a team that looks like they have the Irish flag, only it's the Ivory Coast.
Yeah.
What's up, guys?
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, man.
Oh, you. Hey, how's it going, man?
I'm doing alright.
Recognize the face.
Yeah, everyone recognizes my face.
Your face is sexy.
Thanks. It's awesome.
I've also seen you shirtless. You are oh so sexy.
Wait, who's that that saw me? You saw me shirtless? Oh, God.
It's going viral.
Can't a man give another man a compliment?
No.
Oh, no, it's just I'm more worried about anybody seeing me shirtless than a man giving me a compliment. It's fine. It's just... Even if you were a woman, I'd be like, oh, damn it, how the hell did you see me shirtless? There was a total of 1 hangout where I was shirtless, and I think that was Sam Roth's. I don't remember when.
I think he might just have it as a private video, so maybe you're lucky.
Oh, maybe.
Talk to Sam about it, just in case.
Yeah. Like, are you trying to sell me, like, without my consent, man? Come on.
We're just relaxing, trying to cool off. Everyone's been kind of pissed off at one another, I guess, today.
Oh.
I'm not really pissed off myself. I just have a lot of work to do. That's it.
Oh. My life changed a little bit, so I get to drink every day now instead of like every other day. So I've had a little bit too much alcohol and can't sleep.
There's never such a thing as a bit too much alcohol.
Yeah, there is. Like, when you vomit in front of your entire extended family, like 4 times, that's definitely too much. But that wasn't today. That was a few weeks ago.
I think you may have just given us a big TMI right there.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
by the way, is there dogs barking in someone's background?
Yeah, that's my dog.
Oh,
No, that's not my dog. That's actually the dog I've been watching for the last couple weeks. We're gonna give her back.
This thing is so insanely cute, yet it sits there and barks and barks and barks.
Yeah, it has a very cute bark. Okay.
My friend has a French Papillon that does that. Like, it just won't stop barking, but it's like less than a foot long, and you can't do anything to make it shut up because you would feel bad. So, like,
no, fuck that shit. I don't care. Just try to get that thing to shut up whenever you can. That's always not whatever way you can, but.
Well, you can give it a treat and it'll stop barking for like 5 minutes while it eats, and then it just starts barking again.
Yep.
What does it think it's barking at?
I don't know. My friend's just barks because it feels like it, as far as I can tell. I don't know about Epicurus's dog problem. Maybe he sees a car that he just hates.
I was asking Prudent what it thinks it's barking at, or is it just barking because it wants to come in?
Oh, I thought that was Epicurus.
Hold on.
My bad.
I'm going to be right back. I'm going to take care of the dog.
So you bring a hammer.
I think that I was spotted a Terminator. That's why.
I have a feeling you might not like that. Anyway. The fuck is this crap? So, are we resolving drama here, or are we creating drama? I don't know. He's away anyway. I don't give a shit.
How contentious am I expected to be here?
Yeah, I don't know. But
There's
apparently
always
somebody
drama on
misinterpreted
YouTube.
the caption of my video.
Oh, that was totally me, by the way. I'm very sorry about that.
Okay.
Because I was like, Essence of Butthurt. Oh, I remember the whole Essence of Butt thing on Facebook. I might want to be like, hey.
I think it's funny that it ended up coming back in light of the fact that that had nothing to do with the title.
Yeah, I posted, oh fuck, looks like I fucked up or something. Let me look what I actually posted on Facebook.
Here's the doggy. See? Calm, not barking.
I posted, fuck me, I was wrong, LOL. That's what I posted.
Ah.
My aunt used to have a black version of that.
Oh, nice. Yeah, she's a barker, I'll give her that much.
Yeah.
But she's sweet.
Now you're rewarding for all that barking.
Yep.
What is the American fetish?
She actually stopped. She actually did stop.
Wait, somebody said fetish?
What is the American fetish for small dogs, for lap dogs?
In all fairness, I really don't get it. I'm not really a small... I'm more of a dog person than a cat person, even though I don't own pets. I just like dogs better. But I would much rather have like at least a medium to large dog than like a small like poodle type dog.
Yeah, I'm upset. My current dog looks like she's going to be medium after all. Not growing up as big as I was hoping.
Well, the last dog I lived with was my ex's, and that was like a pit bull, which was as big as I am. So I don't really think that's small. I might be 2 feet tall. You never know, but.
I'd always love a German Shepherd. That would be my favorite dog.
Oh yeah, no. I grew up with German Shepherds, and they're the best dog money can buy. And I also hate these fucking people who always say, almost to be the criticism of other people, say, "Oh, you must always get shelter dogs." No, fuck shelter dogs. Fuck them. You heard me say it.
What?
You heard me say it. Fuck them.
A dog's a dog.
Yeah, man, but it's a shelter dog. Help those.
Well, they're hard to train sometimes, especially if they were abused.
Let old Lenny justify that seemingly very contentious statement. That my reasoning is that when you go down to the pound of their shelter, you don't know what you're buying, right? You spend $100 or whatever the fuck on a dog that could have been through God knows what, have God knows what diseases, could be prone to cancer or other kinds of genetic problems that could make it live like an extra 2 years after the day you bought it. What you want to do is go to a breeder, get a dog with fucking papers, spend the extra money, get yourself a good dog with good papers that you know is not going to die in 2 fucking weeks, and has a good temperament that you can actually train and work with. That way you know what you're paying for. You could go to the pound and buy a dog that's going to chew your face off in a week. Like, you know what I mean? You don't know what you're buying. It's a fucking mixed bag.
Dude, that's the thrill of it, man. You don't know if you're going to live.
That's the excitement.
Is your dog going to kill you tomorrow or not, man?
Yeah, I know. I don't mind. Totally. Like, I would totally want a shelter dog. I'll probably get one of those.
It depends on the shelter dog.
I don't think you need to worry about poodles.
Shelter poodle, yeah, I don't think poodles are really.
You just don't want a dog that's gonna bite. You know what I mean? You don't.
Yeah.
But if a poodle bites you in your sleep, you're probably not dying.
But my point is that it's not supposed to be doing it at all. You know what I mean? You can't have an animal that's gonna bite people. It's very hard to train out.
No, not if you do it right. I can train it out just fine. I mean, it's just a matter of the right training techniques. But at the same point, the first fucking thing you need to do when you get an animal is to bite inhibition training. That has to be job one.
No.
Basically, there are kind of, I guess you could say, antisocial dogs where they just don't learn and do whatever the hell they want. Really hard to explain it, but.
Yeah, it is kind of hard to explain how to do that. Yeah.
I feel like people needlessly get wrapped up in this kind of romance of I'm going to go save a dog today. I'm going to go save it from this terrible fate of being euthanized. Well, the reason why it's being euthanized is because we have a surplus of the fucking things.
Well, that's kind of part of it, but at the same point, I do have to mention that sometimes it's because they're being taken away from people, and you can get decent animals that way sometimes. But you have to know what the fuck you're looking for and be a good judge of the animal.
I tell you, you're much better off. Spend a bit of money. Spend $500-600. Fuck it. Spend $1,000 on a good dog that you know is going to live about 14-15 years,
and is going to have massive genetic defects from all the inbreeding.
Not at all. Not at all. You got a dog with good pedigree, with good papers. You know it's not going to have any genetic problems. That's the
We're not in the U.S. then, so yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not what?
In the U.S.
Incorrect.
Yes.
You're in the U.S. Oh,
that's quite right.
Well, in Illinois, we have a big, not a big problem. A big problem would be calling it too much, but a small problem with faked breeder papers.
Sure.
In some dogs, which is kind of problematic with that.
Well, I'm not saying you go on Craigslist, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know, but even reputable breeders have been caught before, and you don't know who's who basically at this point. But I can see what you're saying.
You know, I speak 100% from experience. Every time growing up, my dad bought a new dog. It was always from a breeder, and it was always a dog with papers, and the dogs lived an exponentially long amount of time, and they were always great, fabulous animals that were easily trained with very few problems.
Exponentially, it's like 200 years? I mean, like, what do you mean by exponentially? You mean just like a really long time, like 20 years or something?
Well, yeah.
Like the time of the previous dog.
I don't know.
I'm sorry, are we busting chops over language uses now? Okay.
Yeah,
I know.
that's probably what I'm doing. Sorry, I'm just like, I'm just trying to think of a dog.
You want to be feisty? I can be feisty. I've been feisty all night. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to do it.
I'm just thinking of a dog that lives exponential years, like E raised to the power of 4 or something. That's a pretty old dog.
Huh? Okay. Did I hear math?
Yeah, you heard math.
Who used math? Who got the kick?
Yeah.
Right. Apparently.
All I'm saying is just to fucking think about it. Like, you know what I mean? Don't get wrapped up in the romance of I'm going to go save a dog today from being euthanized.
Oh, no.
You know what I mean? Just think about what you're buying.
Well, I've done a lot of volunteer work for a no-kill shelter where we walk dogs, and they specialize in huskies and stuff. And I don't know, I kind of fall in love with them. So, yeah, I don't save them because I don't really feel like buying like 10 dogs and dealing with 10 dogs or whatever, or even one dog. But yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, as long as we're on the topic of dogs, I actually heard that people have been known to move from one house to another and leave their pet at their house and leave it for the new tenants just to take care of their dead animal.
Oh my! Oh wow!
That's pretty messed up. I haven't heard
There's
about
somebody
that.
who doesn't eat a fucking animal then.
I don't know. The girl I was speaking to earlier actually told me the story about an incident that happened in her town like that, where a couple moved out, they left their animal, and it died. The new tenants got there. She told me they deserve to be shot. To which I can really disagree with her.
No, I wouldn't say shot.
Shot's a little extreme.
Well,
People are so fucking in touch with their emotions today, they forget that we hunted the very same animals for our very existence less than 150 years ago. So, you know.
We hunted dogs.
Well, when I said I can't argue with her, I meant her.
We still can chew up dogs today because they do it in China all the time.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, if I had to pick between eating and not eating, and the only thing I could eat is a dog, I would eat the dog.
Yeah, you and me both.
Last thing I'd be worried about is what I'm eating. But
lots of fucking barbecue sauce, you might not taste bad.
I don't know. I don't even know how a dog tastes without barbecue sauce. Maybe they actually taste pretty good.
I imagine it's very easy to fuck up because it's got to be a very sort of gamey meat. You know what I mean?
Well, they're carnivores half-assed unless you're feeding them all vegetarian diet, which is not good for a dog, in my opinion.
It's a really good way to fuck a dog out.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm a vegetarian. I'm against animals, so I'm against eating animals. So I think my dog should suffer for my suffering, or something along those.
But do you feed your dog's animal? I mean, like, meat.
I'm just parodying somebody who is a vegetarian and doesn't feed their dog.
Hang on.
Hang on.
My failure at parody.
Hang on a second. There was a recent case of I don't know whether it's a man-woman couple, whatever, but a pet cat owner that was feeding their cat a vegan frickin' diet, and then surprised when the cat got sick.
No shit.
Yeah.
So,
Hello, it's a carnivore. Fuck, look at
This
the
thing's
cheese.
designed to eat animals. I mean, the only reason humans can kind of go vegan is because, well, one, we have supplements, and two, we are omnivores.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's why we got them chisel point teeth. That ain't just for fucking chewing on our cud.
Yeah.
So, I guess this will derail the whole thing, but I might as well do it. Epi, what did you think about your hangout with Johan and Rats?
Ugh, sorry, you had the name.
It was an interesting hangout.
We have to
but
change
the
this.
hangout was 5 times as interesting.
Wait, which one? Which one with Johan and Russ? The one with him, Gary, Edwards, and Nadia, or the one?
No, the one you hosted.
Oh yeah, that one was all. You know, I'm gonna be honest. I liked it. I thought Johan actually. It was a little better than I was led on to believe. I'm not gonna lie.
There's
Well-
Johan. I'm not going to say anything here, but he has some very out there views that I promised him I'd keep a secret.
Yeah, and
Oh,
that's
okay. Well, I mean, this won't be safe,
Yeah.
but he's
Well, you
not
don't
doing himself any
you don't
favors.
want to badmouth somebody on live.
Yeah, let's just kind of keep that to ourselves right now. It's not. Yeah.
Wait,
I was.
Hang on, wait. We don't want to badmouth what?
We don't want to. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Who do we not want to badmouth?
Well, I don't want to badmouth people on live. Maybe other people can.
No, I was asking who the subject is.
I don't think you even know who he is, to be honest.
No, he probably does.
You know him?
He probably doesn't. That might be why he's out.
No, wait. If you're talking about Johan Rotz.
Yes.
Johanan?
Yeah, I dealt with that fucktard in an episode of the Lion Ghost show back before it went off air. I found him to be absolutely fucking obnoxious, and the reason why is because I'm sitting there, he's presenting an argument, I'm like, well, in essence what you're saying is this, and then he'd go, yes, quantum. I'm like, dude, I'm trying to reframe this so the audience knows what the fuck you're talking about. Sorry.
Well, I guess what helped is that Prudence hangout had nothing to do, or barely anything to do with quantum.
Which is a fucking good thing as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, what I basically did. Well, it had a little bit to do with quantum. He and Polymath went at it for about 10 to 15 minutes on a little bit, and then I got him to shut up.
Well, having Polly on there is nuts because Polly can't stand rats.
Okay, I originally brought Polly on because I was worried that I didn't want Johan and Rotz, to, because you guys kept telling me like, don't let him get all quantum like on you, and I don't know anything about quantum physics, so basically, yeah, I invited. Polymath was basically there to be my quantum woo bullshit detector.
Yeah, personally, I have a golden rule. I don't accept any philosophical argument from anyone from quantum mechanics without them having a good background in quantum mechanics, and I mean like a PhD.
Now, okay, never mind. Well,
so you might actually then then you might actually want to, you might actually be able to argue then with Anti-Citizen X, I think, because I think he does have a PhD in that kind of thing.
He's an
engineering.
engineer, yeah.
But he does work. He does do work with some quantum physics, from what I've heard.
Yeah, but I don't know the extent to which he does work in quantum physics.
At this point in time, I'm more akin to think of quantum mechanics as being more instrumentalist as opposed to actually telling us anything about the subatomic level.
Well, here's the problem with quantum. There's really no point to go at quantum anymore because I think Deepak Chopra ruined it for everybody.
He kind of did, but there's a problem, which is quantum mechanics can explain a lot. It's just there's now, for at least the public, an inseparable barrier between like woo and non-woo. So good luck distinguishing that. Like Chopra and that guy who made the theory with Penrose. Not Penrose himself, but Hameroff? Is that him?
I don't remember.
Yeah, Penrose and Hameroff.
Yeah, like Penrose isn't so bad, but Hammeroff, he's like basically a womb merchant.
Yeah. Wait, is he one of the holographic universe guys? Because those guys bug me too.
I don't think so, but he has at least said things supporting him believing in quantum healing, which is basically what Chopra supports, or at least maybe he supports a different version of it, but
Can most people just quantum shut the fuck up?
No.
No, they cannot.
No,
They
I
get
can,
money
wait,
from it.
I can explain to you exactly why they can't shut up too. Quantum. And that's the exact reason.
There was one last thing I was gonna mention before I was going to head out, because I have to head out right now. But it's like shit. Let me just see if I can remember it. As something to do with never mind then. So yeah, I think I have to head out right now. I gotta go to bed. Got a quiz tomorrow morning for physics. Gotta study a little bit more of that. And thanks for inviting me, 13.
Oh, no problem.
Have fun.
I promise you it won't be fun.
Okay.
I actually have a women's studies quiz on Tuesday. That's going to be interesting.
Oh man,
You could be studying women.
Oh man, I envy you. I remember when I did
not
that
that
back
kind of woman.
in the day.
What kind of woman is it?
Isn't too bad. I learned quite a bit.
my women's studies class was 10 years ago. There was 3 men, and the other 2 dropped it, so I was the only guy in there.
Tell me about women's studies class. What is the point?
You'll be shamed for being white and a dude. I'm just kidding. Actually,
Fuck it,
I was gonna say that's like the stereotypical women's studies class, but we went over just a lot of feminist writing throughout the years, not necessarily focusing on any one subject. Like we went over communist feminism and libertarian feminism, which actually exists, which is kind of weird for some people, and we went over a lot of other things. But we didn't really go over very much contemporary stuff because a lot of it was just the history of the feminist movement. That's basically what I did. I don't know what you did, so.
Oh no! Basically, I did a lot of that too. Basically, it's like these are the different feminist movements and ideas within feminism, and this is some of the application, how it applies to maybe specific issues, or how they would each tackle a specific issue. Plus, we talked about gender identities, the difference between gender and sex.
Oh yeah, we did that too. But 10 years ago, there probably wasn't as much of a focus on it as there is now.
Yeah, I got to read a very interesting article in that class by I'm trying to remember, Stephen Jay Gould, called X Baby. Basically, it's about a child who is named X, no gender is given, and it's kind of interesting.
I don't think I read that.
Gould's an interesting writer.
You can just probably Google X Gender Baby by Stephen Jay Gould, and it'll probably pop up.
Probably
on the top.
I'm just rewatching Zinedine Zidane headbutt some Italian cunt in the chest.
Oh, hang on. I'm sorry. I want to point out something. Sitting here and looking at a page on an internet site, I said, meh. Now, I should clarify now that the meh was not in response to anything said in the fucking Hangout. Okay, sorry.
Is someone having a problem?
Oh, yeah.
Because they can defer them to the complaints department.
Yeah, I have a fucking complaint department for them right here.
www.gofuckyourself.com.
Yeah, it's my email address. It's all just auto replies telling you to go the fuck away.
Hey, still no more actual replies though, so they can continue fucking themselves. But anyway. Grant that started this all. What happened was I was sitting there in a hangout the other day, and somebody mentioned somebody's name. First name K-Sound, second name K-Sound. I thought they were talking about somebody else that had a similar name. Responded accordingly. and I started being yelled at because the person that they referenced that I didn't know was apparently, blah, blah, blah about this person, and people got all pissed off, and I'm like, yeah, I thought they were talking about so-and-so, and they're like, no, we were talking about so-and-so, and I'm like, oh, okay. Then it's all about, well, yeah, but you must have known who they were talking about. I'm like, I didn't, sorry. I thought that they were talking about somebody else. I fucked up. Get over it.
Oh.
This has gone on with like 26 responses of, no, you're lying. You clearly knew. I'm like, oh, fuck off.
Oh, it's kind of like what I just did when I saw that thing, and I was like, oh, he must have been talking about so-and-so. And then, well, the only difference is I was just like, oh, I fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, this shit happens, but when you
nobody seems to care.
Well, I find it amusing, but, some people, it's like, fuck, oh, come on, for fuck's sake. Don't insist you're right when I say, dude, I screwed up, don't worry about it. Oh! People fucking drive me nuts. And this is where the whole thing of, basically somebody poured stupid into the well was the general intent.
Yeah. Well, have you seen that internet meme where it's just like, the woman's like, honey, can we go to bed? And he's like, no, somebody's wrong on the internet.
Yeah, that meme is me.
I think there's a... Is it like the Reddit husband meme?
I don't know what it is. I just saw it one day. I was like, oh, that's pretty funny. I don't like... Even though my computer sits on Facebook like 24 hours a day because I just leave it on, like, I'm usually not on Facebook.
Yeah, I do the same.
Or the internet in general.
Makes sense.
Well, I wouldn't say usually, because I basically sit here all the time, but I mean, yeah.
That does not make it sound better.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's like, by not usually, I mean usually, and yeah, wait, what? Yeah, that sounds like I'm totally just making shit up. Wow.
There's nothing wrong with making shit up sometimes. Why not?
Oh, awesome. I get laid every night by 70 women. There we go.
70?
Only 70? Wow, what a puss.
Yeah.
And you didn't have to commit jihad, you lucky bastard.
Alright, I didn't even need to blow myself up. It's amazing.
Well, you're so short too, though.
Oh, the 2 feet thing? Yeah.
I personally, I've just there are just some things in my life I've kind of had it up to here with, and people on the internet is approaching the top of that list, but we're also doing women, French people.
French people?
Yeah.
Oh, you can never leave out the French people.
No, for the French.
You
they suck.
cannot leave out the French, and here's why. Because when people pick on the French, there's always giggling.
Yeah.
Except for from the French. But everyone else finds it funny, and I don't know why, so who cares? The audience likes it.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty...
I can't say I don't like French people. All I could say is 8 out of 10 French people I've met, I have disliked.
I just wonder why you've had it up to here with French people.
Have you been to France?
No.
There you go.
That doesn't explain anything. It's just like...
Go to France, everything will be revealed.
Everything is often revealed in France.
Yep.
Huh.
I like Quebecers, though. Quebecers in French Canada are awesome. It's the European French I just...
Well, French Canadians are a different animal now. Make no mistake.
Yeah.
Trust me, the Quebecois can be cocksuckers too, eh? I know them very well.
Yeah.
Oh God, a round trip flight to Paris from Chicago is $1,500.
Yeah, I know how much that costs. I've done this. I'm doing it in July. I just spent $1,100 buying a plane ticket fucking home.
Yeah.
And it didn't feel good.
I'd imagine it doesn't.
Nope. I think, bye, money. I worked hard for you.
I get to find out if you're coming back or not.
Yeah. No, believe me, I'm coming back. There's no way I'm staying
what all it's cracked out to be then.
No, I mean, it's just... I can't live with my dad anymore. I just can't. I'll kill him. I will kill him. And this is something I love. No, you get to a point in your life where you're at an age where it's just like, yeah, no, I love my family, but I've got my own life, I've got my own things happening. I can't do it anymore. You know what I mean? Not for as long as I did.
Okay.
No, I don't know what that's like actually. So.
Really? You could do your parents 24/7?
I do that right now. I live with them.
My God.
No, I couldn't deal with my parents 24/7.
See now, my mother is dead. I don't want to live with her because that'd be just weird.
It's gonna smell.
How old are you? Like, how old are you?
My dad right now is in a home shitting and pissing on himself. That'd be weird too.
Yeah.
Well, you'd be taking care of him, not the other way around. So.
Well, yeah, but anyway, it'd still be weird.
Yeah. Like you reach a point in your life where you're kind of grown up and you're just you love being around your family, but it's just like at some point you're like, okay, I got to go home and do my life.
When you said family, I thought you meant like kids and wife, not like.
Oh no, fuck, dude! If you got a wife,
like parents.
No, I was referencing specifically parents here.
I have no idea. Did you just be like fuck it and walk away? I mean.
No, we're talking like. Yeah,
like around 18 years old and like, all right, college time kind of thing, or what? Like,
well, like I'm 29. You know what I mean? I've got my own place. I've got my own job. I've got my own car. I've got my own everything. I don't need my dad's anything anymore. You know what I mean?
No, I totally get it. Yeah. I mean, I think there's two stages of that. Like, either when you go to college or move out. Well, maybe because some people don't go out to college, but you get the first one where you're like, I don't need dad, and then you end up moving back.
Yeah.
And then the second time you kind of you finally do it. You're out forever.
Yeah. Like this time, I mean it.
Yeah.
As an Arab, all I know is I'm not moving out of this house until I get married, so I'm stuck.
Why does
grad school.
Why do so many people seem to think that female character art must be hoary? Oh well.
I don't know, 'cause tits.
Rhetorical, entirely.
Oh, sorry.
One time I want to see an anime girl without ridiculous hoots.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Oh wait, no, they do have them too because some guys have a kink for that too.
Oh really?
It depends on which one you're watching, but yeah. For example, there was Rukia from Bleach.
Oh sure.
Without large tits.
Yeah, Rukia.
Well, what's funny is all that shows up is anime girls with large tits.
Yeah, there's one anime that, granted, they're always picking on her about it, but there's one anime with a girl that's pretty much flat-chested, and they spend the entire thing going, this would be fan service if there was anything to be fanning over.
No, Jude, I actually remember that one. She's like a kick-ass martial artist for school.
Yeah.
What's the name of that anime?
I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's very few women who will do martial arts like 20 hours a day and not be pretty flat-chested, so...
And I'm trying to remember the name of that anime with the chick with the ridiculously huge hooters. Kinji, the world's greatest...
I don't do anything 20 hours a day.
There's probably like an infinite amount of animes with massive hootered women.
No, Kenichi. Kenichi has, or whatever the hell it's called. That one has a super boob girl in it.
Yeah, it's Kenichi, basically. Super boob girl who's a blonde 16-year-old.
Yeah.
Also, it's kind of weird thinking back on Sailor Moon and knowing those girls are like 14 years old.
And you still fapped. You still fapped.
Yes, but when you were 14 when you did it, that's okay. Because it's not statutory.
I've actually... Nostalgia Critic, who's an online reviewer, actually pointed something out about Japan's weird sex laws, and it's actually kind of gross. Apparently,
there's lots gross about that shit.
Yeah, but here's the thing. In Japan, there are actually establishments where old businessmen can pay to grow up high school girls.
Well,
yeah, that's a geisha.
We're talking about a culture that has just now, and I do mean just now, banned child pornography.
Yeah.
Just now.
Yeah.
They're a little late on that one. It's like 2014.
There's there's this one anime that I'm thumbing through the channel. This is back when I had the Anime Network. And I'm thumbing through the channel. I'm like, oh, what's this? And there's this very young child that's sitting there and flirting horribly with this guy that's old enough to like be her father twice over. And I'm like, ew, what the fuck is this? And my daughter goes, oh, it's okay. She's a vampire. I'm like, no, it's not. Making her an immortal vampire does not make it any less nasty.
And the Asian culture has become, I wouldn't say obsessed with vampires, but they've gotten as big into it as the West has, I would say, in many ways. And they never seem to do it right.
That's kind of like the large conundrum I got into with my friend with Zelda being frozen in time for like 10 years or something. Does that make her legal, even though she was only 12 when she was frozen?
No, it doesn't. Fuck you. No, fuck off.
I would have to agree with the no, but I mean,
this thing was called like Moon Phase, and you have this guy that's supposed to be like 20-something. He's like mid to late 20s, maybe even 30, and this girl that's like physically 8. I don't care if she's supposed to be like 100,000 fucking year old vampire. Yeah, I think it was like 100, 300, whatever. That's fucking nasty.
I don't even know how we humans really haven't even existed as we know of 100,000 years. But anyway, like, I don't know. I wouldn't really like an 8-year-old girl. That would just be really creepy. So.
Yeah. Didn't they do that in Twilight, where not even an 8-year-old girl? Basically, the guy fell in love with a girl who ages rapidly.
Just no.
That brings up another important question. What if she ages like 18 years per year? You're basically saying that based on her physical appearance.
Okay, can we skip the conversation where we figure out where the line is?
Make the anime shit go away.
Yes, fuck up anime is awesome.
Make it go away, make it die. Kill it with fire.
Anyone watch the anime Wolf and Spice? It's actually very interesting how they mix medieval trading and economics with plot and development.
Wait, which one?
Wolf and Spice.
It's Spice and Wolf, damn it.
Spice and Wolf, yeah, sorry. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's actually a good one, yeah.
The only anime I watched was, like, recently was Attack on Titan. And apparently that's considered overrated by a lot of, like, anime critics, so...
And actually, strangely enough, with Spice and Wolf, technically Wolf character, which is a shapeshifter, when she's walking around in the human form and is naked periodically and thinks nothing of it, somehow in my brain, because she's a wolf, normally, it doesn't bug me. That and the other characters are like, cover up for you can't do that. Why?
But she's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's not one of these like super boob things either.
She's not hairy when she's a human, right?
No.
Oh, that's fine then. Not creepy.
Yeah. A little odd, perhaps, but no, it doesn't strike me.
I mean, I know some people are into the hairy, but I mean,
no.
Not me.
We're not talking about the French anymore.
Oh, okay.
French.
I must have got lost back there.
Tabernacle.
Oh, and suddenly, for no apparent reason, District 9 has the mech suit comes to mind. Anyway.
Well, I hated that movie so goddamn much.
District 9. Wait. It's actually from. It's referenced from one of the How It Should Have Ended shows pertaining to Hunger Games. District 9 has found the mech suit.
District 9 has found the mech suit. Yes, that was great.
That's what I was referencing. I was not referencing District 9 specifically.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And if you could avoid referencing that atrocity of a film.
I mean, I got the point of it, but it was hit a little fucking... Yeah.
Well, I mean, hang on. The movie started out really, really well. It's kind of like this pseudo-documentary about the situation with aliens in South Africa. who are trying to figure out what to do with them and all the cultural implications of that and how humans are dealing with it and how the aliens are integrating, and then the plot took a fucking beeline towards crap. Well, we've got fucking mech suits running around and the guy's changing into one of them. I mean,
yeah, and that was the
God.
fucking problem. Bullshit.
Such an interesting narrative up to then.
Yeah, if they
Also,
had
there
this
was a
goo,
bit of
they-
overt
Night
racism.
on plot twist time.
Wait, no. If they had goo that could turn people into aliens, all the aliens would do is manage to port on a whole bunch of people, and you'd have, no.
One of my problems with that movie was the overt racism, especially how they depicted the African tribes.
Which is funny because the racism they're trying to portray is not what they ended up doing. Yeah.
I like it when movies try to like sidestep a pothole to fall off a bridge.
That is a brilliant saying. I'm going to remember that one.
Yeah, I don't think it really applies to that movie specifically, but yeah, I mean, they were trying to jump off the bridge and accidentally hit a pothole, I would say. But anyway.
Yeah, no, it was yeah, it had an opportunity. It kills me because I like to see movies do well, and that movie started out like, oh wow, there's a real opportunity here, and then they just crapped all over it.
Yep.
That describes basically every single Final Fantasy game after 10.
You mean after 7?
Well, I mean, I'd say 9's okay. 8 was terrible.
I'll grant you that. 9's not hateful. 8, I kind of lost it back there.
Yeah. I mean,
although I think the big problem.
Okay. I think the big problem with me is I'm just comparing 10 to like 13.
Sure.
And I'm just kind of like, oh god, I want 10 back, and then I forget to like compare 10 to like 7 or 6.
Well, the big problem with 8 was that it had to follow 7, right? That was its entire problem.
That's part of it. That and like Guardian forces make you lose your memory.
Wait, what? That sounds crazy.
That's part of the plot.
Who's writing this fucking thing?
Yeah. And like, wait, what? Anyway, for everybody who's not a nerd, I guess. Hi.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the games. I'm just not a huge fan of role-playing games. Just not my thing.
Okay, you're kicked.
Yeah.
Show him the door.
Yep.
Banned forever.
Although maybe there's one I'd have to make an exception to, but that's only because everyone played it. RuneScape.
Oh, I thought for sure you were going to say the 12th tribe, but fine, fuck off.
I was thinking World of Warcraft. I think everyone's played World of Warcraft.
No, I haven't.
I haven't.
And that's not fucking role-playing. It's a fucking video
World of Warcraft?
But it's an MMORPG. It's got role-playing game in the...
No, bullshit. That's not a fucking role-playing game. I'm a purist. Get over it.
You can pretend to be fucking Thrall or whatever.
Yes, and you can make the exact choices that they force you to make. Pen and paper will always be superior to that shit.
Well, I mean, you can't really... Well, at least not in this current point in time. We can't really make like a dynamic engine.
No, you can't, and it's the problem with it, yeah. No, I will certainly agree with that, but yeah, I'd rather... mind you, I will, I'll play video games, but the people that sit there and say, I don't like RPG games, and they're talking about video games, it's like, dude, have you played an actual RPG game?
Where it takes like 45 minutes to get through a battle?
Hey, we do quicker than that. I've trimmed it down.
Well, no, it's just a lot of people are just like, takes you 45 minutes to kill a goblin or like a beetle. I'm like, no, MMORPGs make you fight beetles. We fight like huge mech things.
No, I think we got a pretty good time going with the way we've cut down with 12th Tribe. I think we've cut it down pretty fucking well. I mean, granted, it took us like 7 hours, but we basically did a whole fucking night of combat and got a shitload done. Granted, the very first fight before I tested it took fucking forever. Oh my god.
That first fight
was everybody trying to get used to the way it was going, or were they?
No, it was basically I had to convert a game system which was fairly functional into something easily playable online, and I didn't have any of I didn't get a chance to test the combat, so the first fight was fucking insane.
Wait, which system to which system?
It's called, the system's called Freelance Vigilante. It's mine. I'm on like the 5th edition, 6th edition now.
Oh. Gotcha.
So yeah, that doesn't help.
Yeah. Like I was thinking more like converting, like, I don't know, the new World of Darkness into like D20 or something, where it wouldn't be too terrible, but it would still be pretty bad.
Well, this is a percentile-based game that's predominantly skill-based. I modified the crap out of it to make it so it could be played both through Hangouts as well as making it as simple as possible, so it was even easier for new players. Most of the time, it's fairly well story-driven, other than occasional meat grinders like I ran them through the other day. But at the same point, it's easy. You've got your skills. You figure the shit out. Everyone's level technically goes up at the same time because it's game level, not character level. But the skill points depend on how many games you've played and how well you do.
I just prefer like Pathfinder at this point in time, because basically they took 3.5 and instead of using the duct tape from 3.0 to 3.5, they like put screws in instead. So.
Yeah, well, in this case, I want something that people don't have to spend, like, forever making a character. They can just plug yourself in. I've had people make them in, like, 5-10 minutes. Easy. And it's more about having fun and playing than, min-maxing rolls and all this other crap.
Well, you can still do that in D20. It's just, most people like to min-max for some reason.
I know, but the thing... Well, here's the thing is, there's...
Not most people. There's just that one douchebag who likes to min-max.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's... Yeah. You already cut me to it. The mid-maxers usually piss me. I have one in the group, but I'm dealing with them.
Oh, and you haven't, like, thrown Cthulhu and power armor at him yet?
What?
Oh, when you piss the DM off.
Dropping a satellite on him, sir.
No. I dropped satellites. It's sci-fi setting, fantasy game, sci-fi setting. I can literally drop satellites on people.
Cthulhu has power armor on. It's sci-fi.
I don't need Cthulhu with power armor. I can have targeted satellites fall on people. Whenever somebody starts annoying the crap out of me by metagaming or something, they suddenly glance up at the sky and see a piece of space debris with their name on it. As a warning.
So wait, when it falls on them and they die, that's the warning, or does it just like land right by them?
No, that's the warning. They keep pissing me off. It will land on them.
So it turns out there's like 3 or 4 satellites that they have really bad luck.
I have had a player or two literally have satellites land on them.
So takes a lot of bad luck to have like 4 satellites landed close enough to you for one to actually like hit you.
Yeah, but this was just nice little satellite. Boom, dead. Sorry, no saving throws. Sit in the corner and don't be a dick next time, basically.
Oh.
But yeah, the other thing is the way that I have it structured. I currently have 14 players.
Oh, jeez.
And I can expand to as many as I want because I don't have 14 at the same fucking time. Because it's just the tribe interacting with what's going on in the universe. I control the factions, I control the world, they figure out what the fuck they're going to do about it. Totally kind of dynamic. I don't do modules. And it's basically an open world. You do what the hell you want.
Well, that sounds pretty cool. I'm usually the toss dynamite at it until the problem is fixed kind of person, but...
Yeah, they have the tribe researching gunpowder now. The
I was
tribe.
gonna say that usually ends up with a dead character pretty quickly, though, so I've had to amend my ways.
Yeah, they're managed. The characters are in charge of deciding what their tribe research is and this and that, because it's the tribe itself is technically between Bronze and Iron Age, and the planet's been invaded by aliens.
Dynamite's
After a
pretty
big
early,
fucking rock.
pretty early for that. Or, I mean, Dynamite's pretty advanced for that.
So it's been fun, them sitting there having to figure out alien tech, and then you have the magical-like abilities that are involved. It's all kinds of. I like it.
Well, what I don't get is how you actually. Okay, so you're Bronze/Iron Age. How do you exactly hold off an alien invasion? I'm guessing magic.
We're not.
But...
We're not holding it off.
They're not.
You're hiding in a cave, and the aliens are killing everybody.
Hey,
what's going on?
You got it right.
All right.
Yeah, it's basically the aliens came for this big asteroid that landed and started abducting colonists to make them work as slave labor. There's also another alien faction two technically initially that were involved, one of which there was just a scout from, which was an escort ship, as well as a starship which was crippled in the initial attack from the aliens that landed and took over. So you have the faction from the starship that's trying to help out the colonists. Well, you have the other faction that's trying to kill the colonists for all intents and purposes, or enslave them at least. So they're getting some assistance, but limited. And they've had to sit there and try and figure out how to beat the aliens at their own game, how to take over their tech. And they've been given mystical powers from the strange rock that is so coveted by the aliens, which is left from the creation of the universe.
Is this a video game you guys play?
No. Pen and paper.
Pen and paper RPG.
Pen and paper, motherfucker.
Think of nerd and then take it to the next level. Then you have pen and paper people. No offense, but I'm one of you guys. So yeah.
I am the last person on earth you'd ever expect to play video games, Magic the Gathering, and pen and paper games, and I'm telling you, I love it.
In college, so.
Wait, hang on. That reminds me. How'd you do on your game of Magic the Gathering tonight?
I don't want to talk about it, dude. I am sucking in spades this week.
Oh, did you go to like a Friday Night Magic or something? And
no, I play. Because of my fucking work schedule, I can't go to FNM or any other night Magic anymore. So I play exclusively online now.
Gotcha.
You can play online?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, how do you buy the cards and whatnot?
You buy online packs.
And you can buy them. There are vendors that sell them.
Yeah.
Interesting. Can you take the cards you buy in real life and just put them online?
Yeah. Well, what you do is what I did is I took my entire collection and sold it online and sold it to a store, and they gave it to me in online credit. They gave me the money in online credit.
I see.
So kind of, not really, sort of. Almost.
Yeah. That's how it's done.
I guess if you get like an entire set too, you can trade in your online cards for real cards.
Yeah. And people are kind of psyched right now because they've just started doing something called Vintage Masters, which is a drafting format, and they're releasing old cards into the MTGO format. Like they've got fucking Black Lotuses floating around, which in reality in reality, the cheapest Lotus I've seen is about $5,000, and that's a beat to hell. One most expensive one sold for about $100,000.
Are you shitting me?
No,
like
that's for a 10 grade though. That's a card that's literally never been touched by human hands.
No, I'm saying, are you're talking literal cash?
Yeah, in cash money. Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. What you do is you open the pack with gloves on.
Put it in a sleeve.
And you put it in a sleeve, and you put that in the vacuum seal pack. Vacuum sealed now, so no oxygen is touching the card, and you go get it appraised.
You wait like I don't know. They might have just popped open an alpha pack recently, but like you just stick a Lotus in a vacuum sealed thing for like 15 years, and then get it appraised.
You know what?
A 10 rating.
You know what an unopened box of alpha goes for these days?
Probably over $100,000.
No, 35,000.
Oh, my bad.
Because even with an unopened box, you might not get anything. Like this, it's full of garbage. But but bad cards in it. But the lands alone are worth like $15-$20 a piece.
Oh, you mean just like the mountains and shit?
Yeah, and there's one in every pack.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking the dual lands when you said the lands alone. I was like, those things
Jesus
are
Christ.
like fucking $500 a piece in alpha.
Dude, the spike those fucking dual lands have gone through just in the past 2 years, I've been watching it happen, and it's stupid. Cards that were worth $50 a piece just jumped up to being worth $200 a piece. Like, it's fucking ridiculous how
Yeah, I know.
the alpha beta dual lands have just spiked up.
No, I had a bunch of beta Taigas and Bayous. I think it's Bayou Black Blue.
Black green.
Black green, yeah.
Anything with blue on it is worth money now.
Yeah, I
Doesn't
had
matter what the
two
other color is.
Underground Seas, those were the black blue. I
Yeah,
had two of those. I sold all those and bought a new computer.
Your undergrad C's now are worth almost $300 a piece.
Yeah, I know. When I
And it
sold them,
hurts.
they were like 90 when I sold them, and I was like, holy shit. So.
Yep, it breaks my heart. It really does.
Yeah.
But no, the game's really fucking. I don't know. The game's been going on for 20 years, and only now in the last like 3 years has the game actually started to really sort of take off and not be so on the fringe of nerddom. People are actually starting to really play it.
Yeah.
And
It got like a big. I think nerddom got a big kick in the pants thanks to that popular sitcom Big Bang Theory, and just general nerd culture just becoming like the new popular thing, in an ironic way.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, I remember back in my high school, usually the nerdy kids were the ones who sat on the staircase.
You know what? In the trading card games, in the trading card game circles, Yu-Gi-Oh kids are the retards.
Yeah.
I would like to disagree with you, but actually one of them once told me he believed in the heart of the cards, and not in a figurative way either.
Yeah. No, you get your ass kicked for opening your mouth and saying silly shit like that.
As you should.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Absolutely.
What about Pokemon card playing kids? Are they also pretty?
No, they're but you're talking about like that's in the little kid area. But there is a professional Pokemon league, and there are big players like guys like who play professionally, and there's some money in it. But Magic the Gathering is where the bigger money is.
You can actually make like $1 million playing Magic, so.
It's very, very hard to get yourself to a point where you can play Magic for a living, and very few players have actually done it.
Well, you can say the same thing about like video games.
Oh, sure, yeah. Like, I mean, for example, the best Magic player in the world right now is he's a partner at a law firm, and he's got the highest win quotient for Magic the Gathering. He's made the most career money.
Damn.
Yeah, but he's a partner at a law firm.
But he has a life. That's not fair. I'm just kidding.
Yep.
I mean, you don't need to spend like with video games, you need to spend like 8 hours a day scrimming if you want to be competitive.
Right.
You don't really need to do that with Magic.
Oh, I don't know if that's exactly the case.
Scrimming for 8 hours? I wouldn't say you need to practice and like be able to distinguish combos and other things.
Oh, I should probably check the Q&A.
Especially when you're coming up to
Magic. Okay, that's nice.
When you
something in a language I don't know. Okay.
When you come up to a tournament, when you come up to tournament season, the bigger players will spend for example, when the Pro Tour came to Dublin, I think like 4 or 5 of the pros rented a hotel 2 weeks before the big tournament and did nothing but sit in there for 2 weeks straight and play Magic.
And
train with each other. That's what it takes to win. Like you have to live and breathe this shit.
Well, that's kind of like just like cramming for finals kind of stuff. Like with like gaming and everything, you actually are year round doing it for 8 hours a day.
I'm not joking. I mean, but I mean, I would draw the same line though, just because do
they actually do it 8 hours a day and then buy the hotel? Because that would be pretty equivalent, I would say.
Well, you got to qualify for the Pro Tour first of all, which takes most of the year, and there's big tournaments just about every weekend, and they spend that time traveling to across the country playing in big tournaments to accrue enough pro points to get on the Pro Tour or just to make money. If you get enough pro points, then
I gotcha.
if you get enough points, then Wizards of the Coast will pay for your hotel and airfare while you're traveling to go to tournaments, and you also get an appearance fee. Not only will they comp everything, but you also get paid just for showing up.
Well, at least you get paid for showing up, I guess.
Right. Like, they pay for everything. They pay for your tournament entry, hotel, food, they give you a per diem. Like, this is what it is to be a pro player. Like, I mean, this is why they play all the time, because you're basically getting paid to do it whether or not you win.
Yeah. Huh. So.
But again, it's very hard to actually do it for a living.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although right now gamers are actually making a lot of money, not even just doing the direct tournament thing, but just playing on
Twitch. Yeah.
A lot of Magic the Gathering players make a lot of money just streaming on Twitch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Tons of it. Yeah.
There's like Magic the Gathering players with like 900 subscribers on Twitch. That's like, I don't think they get the full $5, but you basically pay Twitch $5 a month if you're subscribed to somebody. And
then, isn't like one of the most popular YouTubers right now one of those watch me play guys?
Yeah, Let's Play. It's PewDiePie. He's the top YouTuber right now.
Oh yeah, he's got like, what is it, like 14, 16 million fucking subs, or
yeah, something like that. His net worth is like $10 million now too. I'm just like, damn, I got into the wrong.
Yeah, and
statistics, and I got in the wrong field here.
My kids watch his videos and go on and on and on. And I'm looking at him going, I don't see the attraction.
He screams at horror games.
He is gay, right? I mean, he is gay.
No, he's probably got a girlfriend. It might be a cover, I don't know, but I mean...
Not much money you can afford one.
She could be a beard.
No, I don't think so, because here's the thing. Being gay is actually, I think, a way to get popular.
No, hang on though. Here's the thing.
I don't care if he's gay.
Well, okay. Just let me be obnoxious for a moment here. You have this guy sitting there making all this money hand over fist, just by monetizing his freaking channel and being like super YouTube guy. And at the same point, he's whining, complaining about how he really doesn't have conversations with people anymore, and people dropping links to their stuff on his channel, and he misses the old days. I'm like, dude, then close that shit down and start a new channel if you really fucking miss it. Stop belly aching about making that money,
Did he actually say that?
Yeah, he did. One of his videos was bitching about that. And then he's like, so I tell you what, if you have a channel and condition, had a contest to see who he'd give shout-outs to.
That sounds like a good idea.
I mean, I'm like, wow, really?
Yeah, that does seem a little bit up his own ass.
Yeah, a little bit, because people don't just talk to me anymore, and I miss the old days when yeah, okay, that's great. You miss the old days when people tried talking to you. How many of your comments are you able to read? You're not able to at that volume. You can't.
Yeah, well, the thing is, even if you made a new channel, I don't think you would be able to,
The thing is, you could make
a lot of people would just plop onto him anyway.
Yeah, they'd figure out where his new channel was eventually anyway, yeah. But...
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a certain level of just shut the fuck up, though.
Jesus Christ, this guy's got 27 million, almost 28 million subs.
Oh, sorry, 28. Oh, 28 million now? Holy fuck.
Oh, God, it's twice what it was before.
Yeah, holy shit.
This cat, hang on. Hang on.
Virus.
I'm going to keep saying hang on real quick. He uploaded a video 14 hours ago, and it's already got 1.5 million views.
No, that's not
Holy fuck.
For him, that's yeah, but it's insanity. It's
I don't even
insane. And the thing is, I've watched his videos and I just don't get it.
I don't either. Well, I'm subscribed to him, but every now and then he puts out something funny, but usually it's just
Yeah.
But, like,
well, the
he
two stories that
also,
my daughter insisted on showing me were just like, really, you're watching this guy? Why?
like, he does a lot of stuff for charity and things like that too. So I mean, that's pretty nice of him. But
Plus, I figure those channels are helpful if you're ever in a tough spot in a video game. Like, why do I get out of this? Oh, PewDiePie has a video on that.
well, his videos are usually just like him either making funny commentary on something away from things.
Yeah. Oh, that's why he sounds gay. He's Swedish.
Oh, that was. Okay, so apparently, if you're Swedish, you must sound gay. I didn't know this.
Hang on, I'm going to see if Ping's online. I'm going to invite in my...
I was going to say, call Pin Shop.
Gotta get Ping in here to kick your butt. I'll make him ping you.
He'll kick your butt via the internet. It'll be awesome to watch. Let's find it. Let's see it.
Oh, hi, Sophie.
It would actually be really, really funny if he could, like, magically punch people through the monitor and he kicked my ass, and I'd be like, wow, I didn't know you could actually do that.
Well, if you could do that, then we'd all know about it.
Yeah, but it'd just be funny to run into that person one day and be like, oh, God, what the hell just happened?
And James Randy would be able to die happy having somebody finally met his challenge.
Yeah. It's like, I'm just imagining the scientific experiment for that. James Randy's just sitting behind a computer, and he's like, all right, kick my ass. So he punches him in the face through the monitor.
Punches him right in the dick.
Oh!
No, Randy would have him punch somebody else. He's smarter than that.
Yeah, that's true.
I actually met James Randy in person. Great guy. Very sweet old man.
How old is he now? He's like 80?
90s.
Like a trillion years old.
God, he's 90s. Oh, man.
And he still looks good.
And he's gay, too, which kind of caught me off guard. I didn't know that.
No, I didn't know that either.
Yeah. Also, he was a Canadian up until the time some CMP officers kicked his ass. And at that point, he was like, fuck it, I'm going to the States and becoming an American citizen.
Well, hang on. Actually, before we get too far away from James Randy, I want to actually ask you a question that really is based on my own perception and potentially bias. Now, in the early days when he was putting up his challenge, it was "fuck you, I'm going to disprove your asses" was a lot of the air that he had. But as he's gotten older, he seems that there are times when he's talking about the challenge and how nobody's made it, nobody's won and all this other stuff. Almost his tone of remorse, like he almost wishes somebody would.
Can we just get a David Copperfield kind of motherfucker there? Maybe he could just pull off some tricks that even Randy doesn't know about.
No. Basically, what I was wondering was, has anyone else gotten that impression, or is that just me?
I haven't actually seen any of the new stuff he's done.
Well, this has been like the last 5 years or so.
Oh, well, I don't think I've even watched anything from 5 years.
Oh, shit.
The only time I've ever referenced his challenge was just posts on the forums on the Randy Foundation, the James Randy Foundation. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe he was sitting there for a while, being like, "Oh, I hope someone does it," and then he's 90 now. He's like, "Oh, that sucks." I mean, it would be pretty cool if somebody could demonstrate paranormal powers.
I would really hate it if it was a group of people who nobody liked. The
KKK just marches in, uses telepathy or something? I mean...
No, imagine if the Scientologist dialectic was true.
Oh yeah, that would really suck too. Tom Cruise was right all along. God damn it.
Fuck that guy. Why did he have to be right?
Yeah.
I don't want to live in that world.
No?
I would just commit suicide right there. I'd be like, fuck it, no.
Yeah, pretty much. No, the man who started Vanilla Sky could not have been right about this.
Sorry, I'm not finding the stuff that I'm looking for.
Oh. I hear the typing, and I'm waiting for like a link to just pop up so I can click it, but guessing it's not happening.
Oh, link for what?
Oh, I just heard the typing.
Oh,
And
no. What? Yeah,
I have a bad habit of just being like silent while I wait for a link when people type. 'Cause
I'm looking
I don't know why.
graphics basically to related to the game now that I'm starting to use sorry, what is it? Roll20? Let me look over to the left.
Oh, like some sort of online
it's
paper
basically
software.
It's
basically.
software to help with campaigns, yeah.
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 Trying to think. And what'd you say it was? Roll20 or?
Yeah, Roll20. It's basically allows you to do the mapping stuff so you can move characters around.
Yeah, like everybody gets a little piece thing. You can like /roll with this stuff. I'm guessing that's what it does. Yeah.
More or less, yeah. It's kind of neat. It's helping out a little bit for the occasions when I have to do combat because it gets fucking confusing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, kind of doing it over the internet, so the whole like move your character piece on the table doesn't really work.
Yeah.
Unless
But
you
in
have
this case,
really long arms.
it just gives you the proverbial table to move on those. So.
Yeah.
So that's fun. So futzing with that now, and it'd be nice if I had some graphics to go along with it, other than the shit that I'm currently futzing with.
Are you just using the like standard graphics? Like you're on an alien planet, so rock. I mean, I don't know.
No. This is in terms of the figures.
Oh,
okay. It's the equivalent of the miniatures and stuff.
Gotcha. So not like the actual map, just like the.
No, but I can make a map if I want to, and I can honestly make a better map than I can get from any of these resources.
Oh, all right.
Because yeah, I've got that talent. I've got that ability. That's easy. That's easy crap.
I'm pretty lazy, so my map would just be like a grid. It'd be like, all right, the zombies here, you're here.
Well, all you really do is you basically sit there and you draw your lines of where you want terrain items, where you want your rock to be, for example, or whatever. Then after you've drawn the lines, you select the area surrounding it.
And then you find the graphic for rock and plop it.
You find a 3D some kind of 3D tile basically for the rock or whatever. You sit there and you do a copy of that and you paste it into the area. And then what you do is you use your shadowing effects to add the contour.
Oh, okay. That sounds pretty easy.
Yeah, it's pretty easy, and you just do that for all your different areas, and all you need is a fine black line around it to set things off a little bit, and it's easy.
Hey guys, I'm just gonna go off to bed. It's about 5 in the morning.
Hey,
thanks.
Talk to you later.
Talk to you later, man.
Love trees, D&D. No, we're just talking role-playing games in general. I haven't done D&D in ages. Back when D&D first came out, and when I was first playing it, it was kind of like a fairly decent starter system for anyone to play with. And now they've kind of gone. First, they started complicating it to the point of being ridiculous. Now they have like. Shit, I don't fucking get that.
Oh, the 4th edition or whatever. I haven't played that.
Yeah, don't give a shit anymore.
I have a bunch of books for 2nd edition, which is like 20 years old now.
Yeah, and I didn't even bother with 2nd edition. I thought it was kind of overdone. And the thing is that they tried to add a lot to it, but the stuff that they added was just... Why?
Yeah.
You know, it's just... I didn't get it.
Well, I wasn't alive for 1st edition, so...
Yeah, that's right. I forget I'm an old fart.
Yeah, happens.
I was alive during the time of D&D before they put the A in there.
Oh, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
I don't know the difference.
Oh, the original D&D had like I think a total of 10 monsters in the book.
So it was like a comic book instead of an actual like.
Yeah, you had this skinny little, a few pages with a staple in it, kind of thing for the DM's book, and another one for the players, and the DM book had the monsters in it, and then you had a dice and you're wasting, I don't know, it's like $12 or something on it.
Yeah, and then
That was a full game.
I remember looking at the like the price on the back of my books, and for the second edition, it's like $29.99 or something, and like the third edition book, not the third edition, like the fourth edition book's like $50. It's like, oh my god, what the fuck happened? It's like it got like doubled in price.
Sorry. Not the shit I'm looking for. Come on, guys, motherfucker. These are not the droids I'm looking for. Oh, wait, that's promising. Maybe. Grr.
So are these other two people I'm in here with the people in your campaign thing that you're talking about? Or is that just what's his name? I don't know.
Owen's in it. People. I don't even know if Muskie's still there. Hey, Muskie.
I'm still here.
Okay.
There he is. Is he in there? I know. I don't know the guy's name.
Under Jesus, I'm still here.
To me, it's Tree Guy and Redneck with green background.
Tree Guy. Yeah. Well, there's no way for me to put a fucking name on my screen there. So
I'm sorry, Redneck with green background?
That's a neck beard.
Call you pretentious cunt with gay beard.
Alright.
Oh, but he is.
Me.
I love it. A fucking Irishman. Fuck.
Dear me.
I don't know what's so insulting about Redneck with green background. Jeez.
Oh, sweetheart, you have yet to see me get even close to insulted. Relax.
We're still having fun here. Chill.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's just the fucking. It's not even the icing on the cake. That's the sprinkles.
I more or less just said hello to you.
Oh, sounds cool.
Yeah, that was a cordial welcome greeting. Hey, Cutface, how the fuck's it going? Man.
The Irish.
Fucking A.
Oh, Irish, huh?
You either love them or you report them to the British.
I don't care.
Dear me.
I'm not ready to just start snagging 3D models and telling them all the fuck off. I don't need the fucking 3D models, you sons of bitches.
Seriously, pack rat? Is that what we're doing? Is that what's happening right now? Double pack rat? Am I losing my mind? Am I having a stroke right now?
Yes, what?
Yes, you're having a stroke right now.
That is happening. Yes, that is happening. You are having a
You
stroke.
smell burnt toast. It might be something else.
Oh, there's that.
You're literally developing psychosis as we speak.
But everybody needs a hobby, so that's okay.
Oh, good. I was worried it was going to be a problem.
Oh, Timmy's at it again. Evolution is based on a logical fallacy and cannot be proven.
Oh, for
Face pop. Oh, it's so much fun.
Timmy, you salty old cunt.
You salty old twat. Fuck.
I don't even know who Timmy is.
Bible thumping wingnut.
Oh, that guy.
Bible
That
thumping.
fucking meathead.
Bible thumping.
Bible cunting fuckface show.
Hunting fuck.
Bible cunting fuckface.
Oh, Tim, when you gonna learn?
When I first saw that fucking, that was Sci-10 did that. Was
that
that
was kinda
Sci-10?
great. That was Sci-10, yeah.
It was
Sci-10
Sci-10.
Atheist.
I was going to say, because, what was that other guy that did a couple that were kind of like that? Oh, fucking, The Laugh, dude. He had a weird fucking name.
I don't know.
Are you effing kidding me? Are you effing kidding me? Did one of those.
I don't know. Sci-10 Atheist's really funny, though.
Yeah. That guy's got a sense of humor and he can put it all together.
Ooh.
He's the complete package.
They are the complete package. La 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 la. Fucking love that latest one, man.
Yeah, that fucking Burns one. I almost
That's
lost my. I watched that shit at
pissed
work.
myself laughing. Fuck me.
When he bends over and starts throwing the poo.
Yeah.
That was almost too much for me.
So once in a while, you gotta love lowbrow humor.
Oh yeah, no, we're not here to impress anybody.
Fuck that. Yeah, that's your armpits. Yay!
Okay. Let's see.
Oh my word.
Come on, you bastards.
You're talking to yourself, or are you calling us bastards?
I'm talking to the bastards that I'm talking to.
Voices in your head?
Search function, you piece of shit page. Oh, hi. Annoying.
It's okay to talk to yourself, but when you start having conversations with yourself, that's usually a problem.
For who?
I don't know.
Most people. I mean, you only have to worry once you start
The
getting
problem
the
for you, that's
answers.
one thing, but don't project, alright? Don't project on other people. If a guy wants to talk to himself, he can talk to himself. It's not a problem.
Yes, but if voices answer back...
But it's fun.
It's fine, man. I don't understand. You can sit here and make a fucking deal about that. Come on.
There is no... Oh, now! Okay, here we go. You go 5 pages deep and you get to the search function. That's useful. Thanks, guys.
You have to click on, like, the About Us and then, like, Site Map or something.
There we go. Products found. A whole bunch. Great.
So...
Okay, they're not very helpful. Oh, it's
So
these
how
assholes. I
often
remember that.
does Timmy make videos about evolution being false? Actually, let me rephrase that. How often does he remake the same video?
Constantly.
Oh, okay.
I mean, is there another thing that these people can do?
I don't know, like...
I mean, that's kind of the whole fucking Great Debate community, though. It's making the same fucking arguments over and over again, recycling the same shit, and it's like, haven't we already answered you?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Yes, but I reject your answer and substitute my own, and I'm going to mischaracterize what you were saying because I don't even...
well, they could just accept evolution and say, but I still have faith. And that's what most rational people who are Christian do.
Yeah, but you're, you put a word in there that I don't think necessarily belongs in the case of many of these people.
Evolution or faith? Oh, rational. That's
You
the
got
one.
it. That's the one.
The R word.
Yeah, ain't gonna happen. With many of these people, ain't gonna happen.
Long wait for a train that ain't showing up.
Yeah. Damn Skippy.
Hmm.
It's kind of sad, really, when you think about it. I mean, we live in this age that we've learned so much about the world around us, and it's fucking cool, and it's great, and it's neat, and if they want to be theists, if they want to be believers, they don't need to reject all this. They can embrace it and go, wow, ain't God neat? But nope, can't do that. No, we must deny reality.
How do you know truth unless you presuppose the Bible is true?
Oh. I think that says it all. Oh, and this was pertaining to the conversation, just to clarify for those listening.
People got a problem with the ooks.
I've not begun to give people shit yet. That's useless. Are all fucking useless. Show more images. Maybe I'll find something if I keep scrolling down 18 more pages.
You could just... I don't know if you have like Internet Download Manager or something. Just tell it to download every image or something, and then look through them when they're on your computer.
No.
I
got way too much to filter through for that.
I made the mistake of doing that for wincustomize.com with all of their... I bought like the entire like object doc thing. that they have, which is like basically an entire Windows like visual customization thing. And then downloaded like 60 gigs of Windows customization, thinking, oh, that can't be that much on here. So I just told it to branch through and download like every whatever file that the program read, and came back the next day, and I was like, oh god. What was it?
This is the point at which we're supposed to say famous last words or something like that.
Yeah.
Can't be that much.
Yeah.
I often find the words that screw me over are, how hard can it be? That turns out to be a fucking nightmare.
Mine are usually, I'm not too drunk yet.
Yeah, I think one of the more popular ones are, I can totally drive.
No, I don't. It's not one of mine. Usually if I have like 1 or 2 drinks, I'm just like, no, I'm not driving. But I especially don't drive if I've had like 8.
I can use those maybe. Okay. Let's see now.
I just want to hear you, like with your mumbling, I just want to hear you just like hop out of your seat and start screaming, yes, those are the ones.
I'd like to hear that too right about now. These all suck. Actually, I found a couple that are half decent, but... Wow, really? What is it with people that sit there and say, I'm going to design make up a weapon design for a fantasy-style weapon, and you look at it going, yeah, that's not going to work.
Wait, is it a shotgun? Because that's pretty bad for fantasy.
No, it's supposed to be a pistol.
Oh, like a steampunk, like fantasy, or like futuristic fantasy?
Hang on a second. Yeah, sci-fi kind of. Hang on a second.
Yeah.
There we go. Let me do a screen share of this fucking monstrosity.
It better have 16 barrels.
No, but that's supposed to be a pistol.
Oh, wait.
There we go.
You have to click on your thing again?
Click on my little head here. Are you fucking kidding me? It's like a shotgun pistol. What the fuck?
Oh,
the
they
caliber
have...
of those fucking shells it's showing, it's like a fucking pistol grenade launcher.
I saw a flash of it real quick, but yeah, I think I know what you're referring to now.
Yeah, big bulky what the fuck gun.
It's like a 40mm rounds. You're like, what?
Yeah, pretty much. On a pistol. Granted, it has a secondary grip. Maybe it's not supposed to be a pistol. Looks like a fucking pistol to me. Ugly, stupid. What the fuck were you thinking thing? Anyway.
Yeah, that can be a problem when your creations become impractical in their own world.
Yeah, and they do that all the time and with a lot of this shit. And you look at it and going, what the fuck? I mean, okay, the dual lightsaber
so much on a pistol.
Okay, dual lightsaber looked fucking cool. How do you learn how to use that?
Well, hopefully you can regrow limbs because you're going to fuck it up once.
Yeah, no shit. Figuring that shit out, a regular lightsaber would be hard enough. Something with a blade coming out of either side while not cutting your legs off. Good luck.
Yeah, that'd be annoying. It's not even like using a staff either. It's like,
no,
fuck up, your leg's gone. It's not like oh shit, I just hit my shin.
Again, impractical in its own universe.
Yep. That's kind of the problem.
Yeah. But it looks cool, and isn't that all that matters?
Well, I mean, you know, you have things like, say, the bat'leth, and it's like, yeah, sure, I can see somebody learning how to use that. So, but then you get one of these people that, you know, they make their little 3D models of weapons and this and that for game design, and they don't stop with something that looks like a bat'leth. They have to have these huge arching things going the opposite fucking direction. And you're going, yeah, put that in your game. You're going to be clipping like a motherfucker. Look, his weapon's going through his own body during the entire game. Gee, maybe you should have thought of this when you designed it.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Yeah, might have been. What was that supposed to be? It's a glove gun. Okay, yeah, that would work. Yeah, right.
Can you screen share that one?
You'd have to cut off your fingers to use it.
All right, you pretentious cunts. I'm fucking out of here. Got some shit I gotta go do.
There we go. Let's get that.
Y'all have a good night now.
Yeah.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
We won't get caught doing anything.
And of course, I go back to
You
this
don't
world.
get caught doing it, at least. Yes, that's the most important thing.
There, click myself again. Okay, there we go. Might have
So
to
the
click
gun
again to bring it up.
replaces your index finger and your middle finger.
Into these rigid finger slots.
Oh, the finger slots are on the side. I gotcha.
And your fingers go in right next to the barrel that's going to get warm after you fire it a couple times. And the fuck?
I don't even know why you would.
At that point, just have a fucking gun.
Yeah, that doesn't even seem very practical at all.
Yeah, and this is the kind of shit I'm talking about. It's like, guys, come on. Oh, but it's cool. No, it's stupid.
Yeah.
This is not cool anymore. This is just fucking dumb. Just think first. My sonic screwdriver would make a better fucking gun than that. I just don't get it.
Well, maybe you're not supposed to. They're not designing them for your approval. Well, they should be. Fuck you.
Yes. Everything should revolve around you.
Damn fucking straight. Why the hell not? Especially this fucking hour when we have like 3 people in here and I could invite more, but fucking I'm winding down.
Yeah, it's going down to it.
So to the people that may still be watching, all 8 of you, why are you still watching? We're getting boring as shit here.
Yeah, they probably just left their computer on and went to bed.
That could be.
Forgot to turn off YouTube.
No, that's a fun. That's a fun one. I don't mind that. It looks fucking stupid, but why the hell not?
Are you just starting to accept the low budget ones because you're like, no, can't get any worse than that one? So
Oh no, it can get worse.
Or it can't get better than that one. That's what I meant.
Okay, hang on. There we go. Hand goes where?
In that one hand area.
Fucking hell, what is the point of that?
It looks like that's where the trigger is too. Like if I don't even know where the trigger is on that fucking thing. It's either that thing with the 2 holes in it or it's like invisible. So I'm really confused.
Really cool if it looked like there was a face that was pointing at on the left side. Yeah. Or right side, I guess. No, left. Fuck.
Yeah. Well, it's left on our screen.
Okay. I can never be sure because some things get reversed. But yeah, it looks almost like there's like a face with an eye and teeth on one side.
Yeah,
Why?
I see that.
Go away! You're stoned! Just duh!
You could just crop it at like the part where it turns into a
cut
face.
that part off and completely redesign the fucking thing. Yeah, well, yes, I could. But I'm not going to do that.
I mean,
no.
At this point, you might as well just start drawing your own ones.
And if I had the 3D skill, I would at this point, but I don't.
Well, it's always time to learn.
Inspired by a fucking butterfly. What does it have? It has 2 triggers, one for the top, one for the bottom. It has a scope, and the bottom on the left. I
think you need to show us this one too.
No, okay. Sorry. Sure, I'll show you. So we're going to take a standard M16 design, and then we're going to attach
another
M16 gun with a trigger and what looks like the bottom of a cane or walker on the left. I don't know.
Well, it could just be a different type of muzzle, but I just don't see the point on attaching a gun to a gun.
Yeah, that's kind of whatever. Why? Just why?
Maybe it's supposed to be some sort of shotgun? I don't know.
I don't fucking know. I just don't fucking know. I mean, this thing at least looks like a gun, but not exactly sci-fi.
Oh,
It's supposed to be for sci-fi.
I mean, it could be an antique thing. I mean,
And here we have the really silver ones that, yeah, okay, whatever. Why? Because we couldn't apply a real texture to it. Because we're cheap fuckers. What's this? I'm afraid to click at this point.
they have one with a chainsaw attached to it. Oh, looks like a grappling hook on the top, and then
There we go, okay.
and then why would you make a trigger that goes that direction? Or at least that looks like it goes that direction.
Yeah, apparently it's not so much a gun as something that you pull the trigger and the pen
it's a
spins.
crossbow?
No, it's called the grinder. I don't know whether they're supposed to launch the thing at the end of it, or that's supposed to just be like a whirly thing that... Why? Ugh! And the bottom's a crossbow.
Yeah.
The bottom is a crossbow. Overly ornate crossbow for no fucking reason whatsoever. Okay, fuck off. Yeah, so let's make all of our weapons gothic for no fucking reason. And don't even get me started on the chainsaw gun. Because, just why?
Yeah.
Just why?
This is Gears of War.
Yeah, but at the same point, the chain goes along here, and then up again. And where does the chain go from there?
I don't know.
Where does it end?
Yeah.
Think about that part.
Yeah. Well, that's not part of the model. I don't bother to pay attention to that. Yeah, that's nice. And this is obviously a sci-fi gun down here, the swords. Yeah. Wrong angle.
Maybe there's a gun that shoots them and that they're just showing the ammo.
I hope that's supposed to be a ship. Oh, of course we have to have our phasers for the people with no originality whatsoever fucking ever. Oh.
Hey, it looks like they got like the Halo needler right there. Oh, it's the bottom right.
This thing here?
It's lower, but
oh, this thing. Yeah.
Yeah, the purple one.
Yeah, that's actually a Lego one.
Oh, it's a Lego one? I didn't know that.
Typhoon.
Oh, apparently it's from Crysis 3.
Yeah, it is, but how the hell do you carry it?
I don't know.
There's certain things about weight that I always... Something that's this big that's an assault class weapon, you need some kind of fucking grab mount to use. Unless you have like a power suit or something. Oh wait, Crysis 3 you do.
Crysis 3 you do, yeah. I mean...
No, I'm sorry, I can't. For the integrity of this hangout, I cannot allow references to Crysis to be made.
Why?
The logo said Crysis, deal with it.
Nope. Sorry. Can't allow it.
Oh, fuck. Okay. That's...
that one.
A
lightning gun?
Yeah, that's what it says. Lightning gun 3D model. Okay, I think you'd electrocute your dumbass self with that fucking thing, guys.
Yeah, lightning's not something you can point at somebody else, really.
Goes to ground, motherfucker.
Yeah.
It shoots straight into the fucking ground.
Find the
That's
path.
fantastic. A fucking thing
So
to
it
shoot
could be
straight into
you.
the planet. Absolutely outstanding.
And if you happen to be made of rubber or something, it would just go directly into the planet.
Happen to be made of rubber. I always find myself in that situation.
How often does that happen?
I don't know.
Shit, I'm made of
Trying
rubber.
to think.
What will I do?
The most practical application of it that isn't suicide is if you're made of rubber. But then it would go into the planet instead of into you.
I don't know if this would have been interesting or not if the graphic wasn't
Well,
shit.
it's going to go into the planet anyway because it's going to be.
Well, yeah, but it'll either use you or it'll use air.
Oh, here we go. This is what we need for a handheld weapon. Yeah.
It's a handheld minigun.
Yeah, actually, I don't know if it's supposed to be. Oh, gee, isn't this round?
You
Maybe
can
it's supposed to be
bowl.
really small?
You can play bowling with it too.
Apparently, yeah. Just what we fucking need. Thumb grip securing handle? You need a securing handle to... Go away. Here, let's look at the Lego ones. I feel better now. Okay. low quality. I've already seen that one, I think. Haven't I? There's rifles.
Are you searching handheld weapons because... Oh, sci-fi weapons pack.
Yeah.
Don't know why there's tanks.
Oh, because they're still technically weapons, yeah.
Well, I guess they're weapons, but...
Yeah, there's so much what the fuck were you thinking when you did this in here?
Oh, hey, there's like a shiv right to the right.
Yeah. The sci-fi shit. You gotta be careful with those. Okay, let's... What the really? Okay. Fairly regular looking weapons. I'm good with that.
Looks like they ripped them off from
Very
Counter-Strike.
sci-fi, but... And we have this one, which is a lovely low-res image. Thanks, guys.
I liked some of the rifles.
Pacification rifle. Huh.
It looks more like a head.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit, you know, like you have a little bit of the eye thing going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a lizard or dragon head of some kind.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. It's interesting, but I don't see what the point of this whole bottom section is.
I don't know. I guess you could. Maybe it's supposed to be some sort of knife.
Maybe.
It is. It looks like it's sharp at the end. I just don't.
Yeah,
I
but
can't really imagine stabbing somebody with it. It's just kind of not.
especially with how far out the barrel goes.
Yeah.
How about a chainsaw Garrett hybrid? Oh, shut up, Faithless. Good grief. These are...
that looks a little overboard.
I don't know what they are.
Apparently it gets an erection and then fires electricity.
That's what it looks like to me. What the fuck?
Huh. Well, it's a submachine gun, and apparently it's got a Gears of War logo on it or something. I don't know what that logo is.
It's... Yeah, it's...
Oh, Mass Effect. In the bottom left.
Okay.
So every even kind of remotely usable weapon seems to be copywritten by somebody.
I don't technically give a shit about that at this point. It's more a matter of, is there anything anything that isn't asinine? And that was kind of asinine. Really?
Is that supposed to be a electrical, like, blunderbuss?
I don't know. I think it's erect. It's got an Yeah. And they all have that too, apparently. But yeah, it looks like it's supposed to be... whatever. Fuck it. And then there are these that are just 3D models, and I believe... Oh, this one doesn't have the grid line. They don't all have the grid lines, but even then, they still look kind of goofy. You know, you look at this image, it's like, hey, that's not bad. Then you click on it, it's like, you know. Just no.
I mean, if you took off the butt of it, I mean, it looks like it'd be okay.
Yeah, I'm giving up on this shit. Fuck it. Enough of that.
I'm trying to look up the definition of slander because Raspberry's been commenting on some of my shit. What precisely it is. I don't feel like reading because it's 4:30 in the fucking morning.
Yeah, it is pretty late.
Yeah. Let's see now. Oral communication of false statements injurious to a person's reputation. A false and malicious statement to or report about someone. Verb to utter slander. Oh, you don't give a shit about that.
Perfect.
So, is Raspberry slandering you, or is he accusing you of slandering him?
Oh, a little from column A, a little from column B.
Oh, okay, because I'm pretty sure you could call him retarded at this point, and it wouldn't be false, so...
No, it doesn't matter. Still wouldn't count as slander, just count as being an insult.
Yeah. But it's not false. That's the point.
The debating Gmail? What? Okay. Well, I think we're going to cut it because we're winding down, so broadcast will be stopped. For those of you who are watching, just as regular footnote, we're going with standard Insomnia Shuffle rules, which means this video will be changed to unlisted once the video is completed. Those of you that share it via Google Plus will, of course, still have access to it because there's nothing I can fucking do about that. This is 13 Heathen signing off. Have a great day, and thank you to everyone that participated and watched.